You know what? Fuck it. I'll run it this way and see what happens.
I'm turning this. No, I'm not turning this the right way. Left is tight. Does that make sense?
Lefty tighty, righty right off.
Untight. Yeah. Where is Kevin? Shouldn't he be on here?
I don't know what he's up to. I try not to worry too much about the man. He should worry about himself.
Okay. I just want to tighten this more than I feel like I should. Take the IndyCar wheel off, because that would be kind of silly. It's still a little strange to be able to detach the wheel.
Yeah, I can see how that would seem strange. Did I not already? Okay, that was weird.
But it's kind of cool because then I can run different wheels depending on what car I'm racing, so it's a more realistic feel. And I just love having a big wheel. I like riding it to school every day.
Right. Oh my god, look at
guy.
all this, look at all this new map.
It's so square. Where the fuck is dog?
Who's fucking dog now?
And where is dog? Alright, we're gonna plug in the wheel, and there's gonna be a loud thud.
Here comes the thud. Here comes the thud.
Incoming. Oh yeah.
My leg. I like that there are 3 cities outside of Wyoming that I haven't been to yet.
Alright, turn on some music, launch the game. Hopefully my wheel and all that's still set up. I think I already set it up. Los Santos Rock Radio.
Right.
Listening to.
Yeah, I just never could even with the radio stations in GTA 5 because they would just play like it felt like each radio station only had 2 songs, so that's all I ever heard out of them.
Alright, I don't think this one has any songs removed. Lonely is it I. Oh yeah.
Caesar standard of what we said earlier, where it certainly wasn't bad. It was affordable. I enjoyed it. Probably more than 40. I didn't really like that garlic sauce. And there was a lot of it. Gracie likes garlic sauce. She did not like it.
Alright. Continue.
Not to be really. Oh, I was thinking. No,
Alright, so the password's barbecue, right?
give it a.
Yeah.
Big yellow taxi.
Yep.
Alright.
56.5. That is fair. I think it's better. I think it's a little. I think 56 is underperforming. I agree. I think it's more of exactly what I think. I agree. I think I agree with Michael. I think I agree with Michael. I think that's where it sits. It sits somewhere in the 60s. It's pretty cool. I think it sits somewhere in a D plus, low C. I don't know why. It's not bad over a.
Hey, convoys.
But it wasn't bad. No. I think the thing about this particular pizza is that a lot of people are going to go get it because it's kind of a meme. Yeah, right, it's just a wacky thing.
First letter capitalized or lowercase?
All lowercase.
Yeah, and then and then their girlfriends will step
All
on
36 letters.
Yep, all 36 letters.
But I think that.
All right. I am in San Francisco.
I'm in Spokane. Why don't we go to Salt Lake and start from there?
Well, you don't need a garage to travel anymore, do you?
Correct.
Okay.
I think people eat it for the meme, and I think that they'll want to see how about it, but they'll eat it. And they'll and I think because they'll want to dunk on
Salt Lake City, you say?
Yes.
Of course, I'm not in a condition to quick travel. When am I ever in a condition to quick travel? That'd be too easy. All right, where's the nearest fucking whorehouse? Right there. Be a good chance to make sure my wheel works. I've done one trucking job since I got this wheel.
Nice.
Alright.
Now, unbeknownst to you, because you wouldn't let us have our way, Jordan and I both ate the studio last night. We gave you every opportunity. Time after time.
Hey. I must not understand how clutches work, because anytime I try and use this game with a clutch, it just stalls immediately.
That makes me think you are, in fact, doing it wrong.
Let off the gas, push the clutch in, shift, let the clutch go, get back on the gas.
Not quite.
Oh. Back on. This. Yeah, A shifter, I know that. Okay, what if I just unassign the clutch? Yes, okay. Yeah, I forgot I could feel the engine turning on my wheel now.
I have that turned off because it makes the wheel just go crazy.
Yeah, well, my wheel doesn't do that. Hollywood Hills. Alright, what's the blinker? Oh, that's the lights.
Oh, I just know something interesting about this truck. The actual model doesn't have a clutch pedal.
Yours? All right, Salt Lake City.
Yeah.
On the way. All right. Now what are we doing?
Now we gotta find a job, and for the event, they unfortunately will have to be World of Trucks jobs.
Yeah, what the fuck, man? All right, job market. External contracts, get the fuck.
The first one I see is machine parts to Gillette.
Gillette Evernham?
Nope, Gillette, Wyoming.
Where's that at?
The other side of Wyoming.
Oh, I don't know about that. I have a mooring buoy to Rock Springs.
Let me see if I got that one.
I actually have a lot of stuff to Rock Springs if you don't have that one.
Well, I just hit refresh. Hang on. Well, now I have a wind turbine to sell to Gillette. Rock Springs, Rock Springs, Rock Springs, Rock Lobster. Mooring buoy to Rock Springs. Got it.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Taking it.
Well, I am invincible.
There's not a way out over here? Guess not.
No, I was in the way out.
Well, you were gone by the time I looked at it. Why do you turn the force feedback way up on this?
Till it rips off your hands.
Dead next time I stop.
Hopefully, it'll be daybreak before we hit the border of Wyoming, but I bet it won't be.
Okay, but what about Texas?
Yes.
I think if they really want to take the force feedback model in this game to another level, they should have where like the whole wheel like clicks or something when you turn the blinkers or wipers on or off to simulate
Jesus.
the column. Am I wrong?
I'm gonna put it this way. When I do that in my car, you don't feel it through the wheel.
Ah, not the way I use them.
Are you ripping the stalks off?
I actually used a column shifter for the first time the other day.
Oh god, there's a gate.
Let's go. I go. Oh. What? I never get an arrow? I'll just go fuck myself then.
The arrow
Okay, there
comes
it is.
after the through.
Backwards. Goddamn backwards ass state. Avalanche, steal fucking avalanche's ass, you bitch.
Uh-huh.
This is a game that I would benefit a lot from having triples, because having to look left and right with a button before I actually can go is annoying. Hello? Fuck is my trailer? Oh. That's not it. Oh, it's back there. I should have assigned this to reverse 2 instead of just reverse 1. You're, wide open throttle. I can feel it in the wheel. These belt-driven wheels are pretty nice. I highly recommend it.
I'd prefer elastic.
Plastic Girl?
Oh my.
Oh, yeah. Alright, I gotta change the setting real quick and then I'll be ready to go. Force feedback, gain. No way for me to change what reverse gear is.
That's all done with the range splitter.
Yeah, we're not going to worry about that. Alright, let's roll. I just have my trucks that have 6 gears anyway, so it...
Unfortunately, this truck doesn't have a 6-speed gearbox option, so I'm having to do, I think, a 10-speed on this one, and it's going to be a lot of extra shifting. Because frankly, the first 4 gears are so short they're pretty useless.
Yeah. Built this city on rock and roll.
We built this city on mooring buoys.
I-80. I drove on I-80 this weekend.
Oh my god.
I know. Alright, well, I think 80 and 90 run together for a little while. The portion I was on was technically 90, but it was also part of 80. How I get from Cleveland to Erie, Pennsylvania, I get on 90 and just take it for an hour and 20 minutes, and I'm there. Drive hammer, get nailed. Where's the cruise control button on this thing? That's my hazards. Oh. Rights. Okay, that's all my lights. Oh my god, okay. Happy's back. There it is. for 6th gear and got reverse instead.
Don't do that.
Yeah, the shifter just has reverse chilling on the side. I don't have. It's not like the Logitech shifter where I have to push it down to get reverse.
I'd honestly prefer that. The push down's annoying.
Oh, I did get to go around Dead Man's Curve. It's a section of 90 going through Cleveland that goes from like, it goes from 65 to 50, 7 or to 35 to make like this 90-degree left-hand corner in the middle of a highway. It's in the city, but it's in the middle of a stretch of highway. And it's called Dead Man's Curve because a lot of people are doing like 80 on the highway, and then there's just this curve, and then they hit it, and then they get squished, and it's just this whole thing.
Yay!
I'm taking this exit.
I don't know how far back you are. The first junction, you stay left.
304. Cheyenne. That's in Wyoming.
Sure is.
Already overdue for Cheyenne. This was the sheriff, and I was the priest.
Oh, here comes some new road for me.
Roads. Rollades. Start calling roads rollades. Oh god, we're stopping. About to have AIDS. Oh, I want 5th gear, not 3rd. Thank you.
Sure you don't want 2nd?
Yeah, you ever heard a diesel truck do $6 grand?
Wonder what time sunrise is. Because we're estimated to arrive at about 5 a.m.
Probably after that. God, this feels like all I did this weekend. It is all I did this weekend.
Drive around Utah and Wyoming with mooring buoys?
I drove from Lima to Cleveland, then from Cleveland to Erie, then from Erie to Sandusky, and then Sandusky back to Lima.
Sounds like
I think
fun.
Saturday was the only day I didn't drive anywhere. And even then I drove across the street to Domino's to get pizza.
Did they have it out to you in under 2 minutes?
Well, I went in and picked it up, and I was out of the store in 2 minutes.
Apparently, if you do the get it into my car within 2 minutes thing, they're apparently really bad at that. You get free pizza that way.
I see.
Allegedly, according to somebody I work with.
Heartbeat. Looking for a heartbeat. Texas Republicans anthem.
Are we going to get controversial here?
I think you can believe whatever you want on that issue, but the whole like suing Uber drivers and bounty hunters, that's a bit extreme.
Yeah, that whole thing didn't make any sense to me in the law. I'm like, oh, what?
The rest of it, I don't know. It's up to you, man. If you can live with that, go for it. If you can't, then don't. Honestly,
I'm having to stop at the way station.
Oh yeah, okay. Pass the truck on the right, buddy. Okay, yeah, I gotta pull in. I'm cutting you off. Give a shit.
Passing side or the suicide?
Don't try suicide. You're just gonna hate it. Don't try suicide. Nobody cares. Oh my god, there's a fucking line. Some AI fucking in between us. Stop here. I'm not gonna stop here.
These don't weigh what I thought they would weigh.
Hey, sir, you can get off the scale now. Thank you. Fucker. wish my exams in school were this easy. To pass test, push enter. Dang. Okay, okay. Alright, man, we're gonna have to go faster than 15 if I'm gonna get back on this highway and not get killed.
I'm not sure you're the one that would get killed.
Well, no, he's gonna stop, and I'm gonna plow into him and have to, like, shoot in between him and the oncoming, or the traffic coming up behind us. Fucking go, man.
Oh, now you accelerate, you AI fuck.
Fucking
Are
fucks.
these adaptive speed limit signs? That's cool. I wonder if they ever change in game. I bet they don't.
Change while you're driving in them so you can get in.
Instant speeding penalty. Muffin Mondays. Free muffin.
Time penalty. Oh, we're in Illinois already?
Illinois.
Evanston, Illinois?
I don't think that's Evansville, Illinois.
Evanston, Illinois.
Well, then I'm still right. So I'm gonna say Evansville. I think it's in Indiana.
Evanston, Illinois is where Northwestern Wildcats play football. Hey, it's Muffin Mondays. Free muffin with every coffee.
Free coffee with every muffin.
At Annie's? Wow.
We'll have to
Annie.
check that place out.
Have Annie's giving away muffins.
Well, it's almost 4 a.m. I bet the sun will come up soon.
Guess that innuendo just passed over your head.
I didn't even catch it.
Muffin.
Uh-huh. What about a muffin?
My god. You ever listen to the song Poker Face?
No.
Well, then you'd understand.
What was with that whole thing back when Lady Gaga was popular, of people deciding that she was actually a man? What was the root of that?
I don't know. She's not very masculine.
I mean, neither's Marilyn Manson.
Yeah, he's just a weird dude.
Let's see, what episode of the download should I listen to?
Jordan Taylor.
I mean, that is the newest one I got, but I can start with Brad Keselowski.
I mean, I just enjoyed that because I like Brad Keselowski, so...
I think I'll try to finish the Jimmy Beans one first. Well, yeah, I've got like a couple of brand new ones, and then I have to go back to 2019 to have anything, so...
I listened to the Willpower and Simon Pagino episodes over the weekend, too. That's the thing. It's a lot of driving, needs a lot of... doing your downloading.
Has he had Graham Rahal on?
No.
He should.
I think the only other indie guy he's had on was Newgarden.
I think he and Graham might have like some stuff to talk about.
Why?
Well, they both had dads that were famous in the sport they went into.
And died.
Bobby Rahal's still alive.
I know.
Alright, I'm going to accelerate up to 55 now that I can actually see you. Been doing 55 since we left Salt Lake. Oh god, this SUV's not gonna move, is it? Guy on the left, clear me! Jesus, that was a little close. I don't know why that SUV is doing about, I'm gonna guess 35 mile an hour.
Must be the guy from Iowa.
Little America.
Passing the highway. I like Big America.
And a big country.
Hey, with you. Kind of awkward. Your band's name is Big Country, and you have a song called "In a Big Country."
You mean like the band Bad Company having the song Bad Company?
Yes.
I'm trying to think of some other examples of that.
Green Day has a song called Green Day.
Queen had the song Killer Queen. That's close.
Yeah, I don't know what you just did up there, but this truck just brake checked me.
I didn't think I did anything.
Oh, Route 30. I drove on Route 30 this weekend. Wish the GPS would give you a distance to your next
Turn?
turn, yeah.
That would be nice. That'd be a cool feature to add. Next turn is coming up shortly. It's the next exit.
Start with the muffins.
Rock Springs discovered.
The equality state? Oh my god, a bunch of fucking libtards. Come on, man.
Uh-huh.
Can I drive through here or do I have to wait? No, never mind.
Do you see the Pac-Man ghost over my head?
Well, no, now you're driving out of my view. I was gonna ask, but then you started driving, so it's fine anyway. Alright, let's play it safe. Okay. You have to go all the way around.
Yeah, and for a play it safe, this is not easy to get into.
Where am I going? Oh, in there.
Going probably in the building.
Well, yeah, but I can't see it without looking.
Yeah, watch out for the pile of crap.
At the side of the door. Yes. Oh my god. Play it safe, and I'm not gonna fuck it. God damn it. There we go. Alright, well, I may have ripped the side of the wall off, but you know, it's all good.
Alright, what do we have for our next job?
Alright, let's go back to Yakima.
Yeah, that makes sense. I got some forklifts to Casper.
Casper. Yeah, I got forklifts as well.
Alright, let's do it.
Off we go.
You notice that inside the building you're getting a lower
What?
frame rate, or is that just me? I think it's all the lighting going on inside the building, actually.
Hey, now the sun's coming up.
Yeah, that's good. We might be here a while.
Want to test that theory?
I mean, I see a gap. Here it is. Oh, look, a Kenworth dealership.
I'm perfectly content in my international.
Oh, you've got an international too?
No, fuck that.
What's wrong with the international?
It looks like it's on drugs.
I'm driving an international right now.
Is that the one with like the big V like front end or whatever?
That's the other international.
Okay, that one's ugly.
I agree. Kevin loves it. I
course
can't
he
wait
does.
to point out to Kevin that that's technically a Volkswagen product.
Oh, does he have a thing against Volkswagens?
I don't know. I'd love to see his reaction to that news.
Kevin, I've got bad news.
It's malignant.
Eligma. Hey, now I'm gonna play back through Jim and still be able to see my trailer.
I don't think you're backing through, Mick.
No, actually, I guess you're in a different. Yeah, you're pulling into like a box trailer on my screen. And we're in. 13.8 volts. 13.7 volts. Get ready to rumble.
Oh, we're not going back to the highway. Cool.
Country road. Take me home. So I can pay my student loans.
We're not in West Virginia, though.
No, that's coming out like 2036.
Okay, that's a billboard I've actually seen before.
Yeah.
Oh,
Heading to work, burglars are too.
not turning at that one, it's the light we're turning at.
Oh my god. You just held up traffic for like 8 seconds. Oh my god, you're gonna go? You are. Oh, and now it's raining. My hazards. There's my wipers. I should have rear-ended you, then my wipers would have turned on automatically.
Oh, if it's raining.
I just said that.
It hadn't started yet tonight.
Oh my god. I'm gonna rain all the way there. We're gonna see all these beautiful mountains covered in fucking rain. Damn, it's coming down.
I'm trying to do shifts in this like I would in my car, and it's that thing that happens with the 87s on iRacing where you can actually move your shifter faster than the sim will shift, and it's really throwing me. Oh, that's a traffic light that I can barely see. I'm glad that changed. I wasn't going to be able to stop.
Yeah, that's their problem.
Like, I can barely see anything. It's like no visibility right now.
I guess now we're getting back on the highway.
We're getting on a highway, yeah, apparently. Why did it make us... whatever. That's a shame. I was rooting for some country roads.
Take me home.
Yeah, like, I can't see that. I can barely see the sign up here. That keep right sign, I can barely see line around the corner.
It's never been this foggy.
You're getting the same fog?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I feel like I'm playing Silent Hill on the PlayStation.
Where's Pyramid Head? Oh god, this
Or
light
NASCAR. I'm playing the original NASCAR game.
on N64.
No Game Boy.
This is some N64 fog. Why is it saying 35 in the interstate?
Well, fuck that.
I mean, that might be an advisable speed in this visibility, but... I have a hunch my truck's not going to stick to this curve. That's stuck alright. I'm waiting for just something to be stopped in this fog. Like Kevin. Just plow right into it. Send him to the moon. much for that sunlight letting us see the beautiful scenery, huh? What is this truck doing? He's blocking all the lanes. Oh my god, he did it again. He just cut me the fuck off.
I can't even see you at this point. I just see an outline of 2 trucks in front of me.
Well, watch out for the AI truck. He's driving like an absolute knobhead.
Wow, thank you. Did you know that water comes out of the faucet when you turn it on? More stunning developments tonight at 11.
Say no to water.
Oh, now he's getting over.
Yeah, he cut me off.
doing?
Like, he was weaving all over the road and then cut me off when I got to him.
So cool. Look at my bank balance and see that I have $1.2 million.
If only it was real life, huh?
Yeah. What's the conversion rate for truck sim bucks?
Nothing.
1,000th of a penny per dollar?
That would even be, like, helpful, wouldn't it? Yeah, we got an exit coming up here after the one you're about to go through. It's not that one, but the next. Is it a normal thing for people to have a favorite motor oil?
Valvoline, high mileage, thick anti-wear
It's like you
film.
knew exactly why I was asking that. There's a bus stop at the top of this.
I use Valvoline and everything. Mike,
I
what's your
use
favorite use for
Valvoline.
Valvoline?
I use Valvoline to cook my chicken.
My wife does all her baking with Valvoline. I deep fry my french fries with Valvoline.
Fuck that canola shit. These forklifts are getting wet.
Yeah, so those muffins. This bus is retarded. Get back on the highway now.
Okay.
Alright then.
I hope we discovered a city.
Rollins.
New Orleans.
Rollins. They make baseball gloves.
They sure do.
Beautiful town. Get past the torrential downpour, it's quite nice.
If only it wasn't floating away. Really,
And hurricanes.
no protected left here? But the AI's gonna just let me go? Alright. Let me guess, did the AI just absolutely pull out on you after letting me go?
Yes, as soon as you were gone, they were taken off.
What an ass. I feel like the fog's gotten a little better.
No, going slower. About to break out the console commands.
There we go. Now we're on the roads. Too bad we can't see anything.
Crunch.
Sound of sirens.
Is the sound
Ooh, that corner's a little slick.
of siren. Got the controversy with the Horizon Zero Dawn PS5 upgrade.
That they said all their first-party games would include free upgrades, and now they're saying that none of them will.
Well, apparently this one won't, but now it will because they just change their mind again. I think like the first few games that come out should have a free upgrade, but a game that comes out a year and a half post-launch, like nah. Fully on the brakes.
Yeah, there should be a certain point.
But at the same time, the console shortage is still very much a thing. That apparently now is going to extend into 2023.
Oh, you'll be able to get a PS5 just in time for the launch of the PS6.
Well, not me personally.
You know what I meant there.
Yeah, you will. Fortunately, you went with the less popular console. So, does it do anything that's better than the Xbox One?
Yes.
The visuals?
Yes.
Loads quicker?
Yes.
And
Much quicker.
anything else it does?
I mean, it just overall runs better. I don't think they added any, like, groundbreaking features. Well, I mean, the quick resume is nice. That's more of a fact that it just loads better and has better memory.
Did the Xbox One have haptic feedbacks, or did it just have the triggers?
It had rumble for the triggers, but, like, the triggers wouldn't, like,
Lock
stop.
up?
Yeah, it didn't do that.
Okay. Do they do it now?
No. The problem with that kind of system is it would prevent you from doing the hair triggers the Elite controllers do,
Yeah.
which is really quite nice, actually.
That's those little ones that, like, you grab onto or whatever.
You move a knob on the back of the controller, and it changes where the full travel time is.
Oh.
And the original Elites only had one spot. The Series 2 has two spots. You can make it super hair or a half full. And it's kind of nice. The problem is that some games don't have their trigger support set up in a way that actually makes it usable. Like, it doesn't really work with Red Dead. Because in Red Dead, it requires you to, like, do a full trigger pull to actually fire, which is weird. And there's some weapons in Halo that don't work well with it. It just doesn't quite do what the game is looking for to actually fire the weapon the way you're trying to. It's kind of strange there. It works with most of them in Halo, but there's a few oddball weapons that you really can't be doing hair triggers with. Mostly like the energy weapons. And you definitely don't want that active if you jump into a driving game.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you just hit it with you move it with your finger. Although I usually find it takes 2 fingers to move them. They're not super free floating. We got somebody pulled over on the right. We got a bus doing nothing on the right. We're going to be turning to the left.
To the left, to the left. Hey, ran it out.
Horizontal traffic light.
I guess. Ooh, Casper.
Yeah, we're like 2 miles out, so I guess we're like there, huh?
Guess I'm going racing this weekend.
Oh.
My friend has one of my friends from class, he races a 4-cylinder. Invited me to come hang out with him.
And get in a fight for him?
Take video of the fight.
Get yelled at for it?
Well, I'm not on school property anymore, so fuck it. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't mean the school was gonna yell at you.
Okay, now I think it's clearing up.
Definitely.
Be more than 10 feet in front of me.
That's a big bird.
American right there. Oh, we're turning here. Turn at the bird.
Turn at the colossal fucking bird. I think the rain even just stopped now.
Yes.
Stop signs are just a suggestion, right?
Well, this is pretty fucking dumb.
Who are we waiting on here? Is it giving a left turn to the nobody?
Oh, Route 20. I drove on that this weekend, too.
Why didn't you just go all the way to Wyoming, bud?
I was going east, bud.
It's your mistake. I'm not your buddy guy.
No, that's where family is.
You should have sent him to Wyoming.
Oh, yeah. Nazis sent all the Jews to Wyoming.
Jesus Christ. I feel like this is the exact same depot we just delivered to before.
Well, if it is, and I think it is, I'm just gonna tell them to come get their damn trailer them damn selves. Yeah, they can keep it. Not worth the 15 XP.
Alright, we're a fifth of the way there already.
Great.
Alright, what jobs now?
Did not allow yourself. So that's probably how you were able to process it a little better, right? It was an opportunity.
Damn, that one's not long enough.
Yes, that one opportunity. And whatever comes after that.
Yeah, there's that one.
Did they ever say anything about it as well?
I've got used packaging to Jackson.
Like I said, I never talked to Rick before. What was the Ken Richmond situation? If they only gave you 1 week, must have had. I mean, he was having complications with his HIV. I don't know if it was even full-blown AIDS at the time, but like, were they just?
Well, there's a sentence I wasn't expecting to hear on a Dale Jr. download.
Wasn't a fan at that point.
The sentence, I don't know if it was even full-blown AIDS at that point. They were talking about Tim Richmond.
Yes. What episode are you listening to?
The Jimmy Means episode.
Yeah. Got a reservoir tank to Laramie.
I don't... Laramie's probably not long enough.
Got doubles of Flower to Jackson.
Let me refresh. See what are you sorting by the way?
Destination.
Let me do that then. That way we have a chance to see them at the same time.
Scrap metals to Cheyenne.
I've got a bunch to Cheyenne. I've got the scrap metal to Cheyenne. We can do that one.
Alright, off we go.
Into the wild blue scrap metal.
Brad showed me all his ideas. He had some Disney ones, some other different stuff going on, but he ended up landing on this baby blue with silver numbers.
Oh, wait a minute.
What?
You're driving away from your trailer, buddy.
No, I'm not. The trailer I'm going to have to get is over here.
The trailer I'm getting is right here.
Huh, I have to go over to Goliath.
Interesting.
It was the same job, and that's the first time I think that's ever happened where we've gotten the exact same job description from different depots. I've never had that happen before. I guess it's possible, clearly, because it just happened.
Wow, did they make this any more difficult for me to get to?
Yes. I'm going to be curious to see which way we're going out of town, see if it even makes a difference that our trailers went in the same place. Alright. You get your trailer?
Yes.
You get on the road yet?
Almost. Turning right.
Oh shit, that wasn't the way out. Shit.
Ha!
The map kind of threw me there. I turned left too early. that bad turn, I'd probably be right with you.
Yes, I'm on the highway.
I'm gonna be curious when we're done for the night what our additional map exploration percentage will be. I'm expecting double digits. I tell you what, like, this DLC might be a little small in all reality, but just imagine how much shit's gonna be in Texas. I just hope they don't try to charge us, like, a hell of a lot more for Texas. Like,
No. I feel like a lot of it is just going to be open road.
Well, and my whole thing's going to be, if they charge us more for Texas, then the complaint of, oh, they charged us so much for these smaller DLCs is valid. Whereas if they charge for Texas, but they charge for every other state, it'd be like, see, it works out in the end. Like, it equalizes.
Kind of hoping we get Montana before Texas.
We might very well.
I'm honestly hoping, I just hope the next state doesn't take another year to come out.
I don't think it will.
We say every time, and then it takes another 10 months for a fucking state.
Which isn't a year.
Okay,
there's also the thing that, because I
7/8 of a cup isn't a cup.
We get, you know, a map expansion in Euro in between each ATS one, so I don't feel like it's been as long.
I don't play your meat truck sim.
Yeah, we need to get you on that one. I think you'd have fun with us.
Hey, look, open stuff.
Sure, you wouldn't be able to read half the signs, but that's half the fun.
Driving on the wrong side of the road.
Only in the UK, which is the worst part of the map.
Only in the UK? That's weird.
That the UK drives on the wrong side of the road?
I thought that was like a everywhere but America thing.
No. No, it's basically nowhere but the UK and their former colonies.
Okay, what about the steering wheel being on the opposite side?
That's only in the UK as well.
Now, see, I feel like that'd be safer in the United States to do.
Until you're making a turn at an intersection, and then you have poor visibility for the oncoming traffic.
Yeah, and then if you get hit by the oncoming traffic, you're like extra dead. I don't know, maybe we'll just have like center cockpit streetcars.
Well, there have been some streetcars that are designed that way.
I mean, sure, if it's a car for just you, or you just put one up.
There is a car I can think of that seats at least 3 that had a central driving position.
Well, there we go.
It wasn't a super affordable car, and they didn't make very many of them. You've probably even heard of this car.
Delta Wing?
No, the McLaren F1.
Oh. You just scan the Delta Wing.
Please don't.
It's a shame they don't race it anymore.
No, it's not. It was a terrible, terrible car.
Ah. Innovation, Tim.
It's a damn good thing that didn't become a new Indy car.
Okay, that would have been a little fucked up.
That's what it was designed for initially. It was designed to be the new Indy car. It lost to the DW12 and then something else that was also kind of off.
Let's say poor Dan Weldon. Dude dies and that's his legacy.
It's a giant penis car.
DW12, the Delta Wing 12.
And keep in mind, the original Delta Wing was longer than the one they started racing later. It was just an absurd little thing. Well, this is kind of nice looking.
This is better.
A, we can see it. I'm expecting to see Arthur Morgan come over the rise, but...
Just can't do it no more, Dutch.
Oh, you insist, Arthur. I don't think I do a good Dutch at all, but I think that's one of my favorite... I think that's one of my favorite scenes. It's like, oh, you insist now, do you? Like, fuck off, Dutch. He's literally been with you every step of the way. It's like, hey, just let these people that... this is you and I both know this
Have
isn't
some
gonna end great.
goddamn faith, son.
Like, you and I both know that things have not been going well. This doesn't look like it's gonna end well for everybody. Let some people leave. They're not going out to betray you. They're trying to get the hell out of here before something bad happens to them, before somebody tries to use them against you. Let them go. And how the fuck are you still in league with Micah when it's clear he's been the one fucking us from the very beginning? That
Right, and then
rat
he just
bastard.
And then he just kicks his way out of a shed and shoots him. Okay.
It's like, yeah,
That was out of nowhere.
The very end there, I think, is where the story gets a little weird. It's like, I don't understand why Dutch fights for Micah there at the end, and then why he shoots him in the epilogue. Like, I don't get any of that. It doesn't make a lot of sense.
I'm just holding out hope for the Mexico DLC.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
No. I also kind of feel like if we were getting GTA remasters, we'd have heard about it by now.
People are constantly starting all these rumors. Rockstar's doing this, Rockstar's doing that. It's like they had a job posting where they gave a theoretical project that you could expect to work on, just so people know what they're looking for people to do. They're not actually necessarily going to make a fucking remaster of GTA 2.
Right, they're not making two-dimensional mobile games like Candy Crush. Yeah.
I mean, they did have that app.
Get gas in this next city.
Why am I only doing 60?
Why is anything doing anything?
Now, I'm, like, there's so many games there's a handful of games coming out this fall that I'm just already ready for them to be out. They're just not here, and it bums me out that I don't have these games to play yet.
I need to look and see what's coming out. Make my yearly Black Friday. Oh, Missile Drive. Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
I don't know what you're getting on PlayStation.
I don't know yet. I need to look. Now there's a Ghost of Tsushima DLC I need to get.
Is it a DLC, or aren't they doing like a whole special edition thing?
They did that, but it's pretty much just a, Game of the Year type edition where, hey, we're going to include all this stuff that wasn't in the base game to have. That was a turn for me or not, but I turned. Oh shit, he's turning! And Last of Us Part 2 was such a good game. Full of gaming. No better game.
I can't wait for The Last of Us 3 where you can play as literal Hitler.
I just want to play as I want to play as the bitch you play as in the second half of part 2, and time travel back and play through part 1 and just kill everybody. Oh yeah, you're dead. You're dead. You're dead.
You've created a time paradox.
I want Last of Us Part 3 to be like the Spider-Verse, but instead of Spider-Man, it's just all these games I've loved playing through. I'll just show up in Death Stranding and just cap everybody. I'll go back in time and go to Tsushima and just cap all the samurais.
No. I think I can take that to the logical extreme. You show up in let's say
Pac-Man.
Yeah, I was gonna go with a game where you don't even kill people. You just show up at Animal Crossing and start shooting people.
Yeah, you start throwing around fucking stuffed animals. Ah, bitch.
Just fucking bust a cap in Tom Nook's ass.
Yeah, Custer's Revenge, but it's Animal Crossing.
Oh god. People want to say, oh yeah, video games got so sexual and violent. It's gotten?
Right, yeah, the whole message of this concept game we're creating is that, oh, video games have gotten so terrible. Yeah, you want to see terrible? I'll show you terrible.
That's interesting. That's just blocked off barriers that I feel like you could drive around.
Lara Croft in the kitchen pantry. I think the level with the panini press was the best one.
What are you on about? I kind of spaced out, heard something about Laura Croft in the pantry, and then you're talking about panini presents. I'm like, wait, what?
Making a sandwich, man.
Uh-huh.
The hell with your treasure. Put it on rye bread.
I mean, to be fair, the latest version of the Laura Croft games are just, we're gonna beat the shit out of this woman for your pleasure.
I mean, they're the newest Tomb Raiders. Yeah, they're pretty much just Uncharted.
Watch Laura Croft die.
Yeah,
which is
the
weird
deaths were
because
pretty brutal.
Uncharted was basically Tomb Raider with a dude.
Right. I don't know, the new trilogy was okay. They weren't as good as the Uncharted games, but I enjoyed all of them. Oh, I'm just driving my semi right through the suburbs. Wait for Karen to call. They're driving a semi truck down through that. I don't live on the freeway.
I remember when they invented semi-trucks.
I always hated it. Yeah, higher love. Alright, where am I going? Left. Hope no one's coming because I can't see it.
Cheyenne discovered.
The shifter is nice. Most I've actually gotten to use it. Hey, I see you on the map.
I wonder if I can get there going this way. I bet I can.
No, there's only one road in.
Shit.
Sucker.
Well, I was in a red light anyway, so...
Alright, the let's play it safe looks pretty easy.
It did at the other depot too, until we found out it was inside a building.
Well, this one is outside a building.
You know, does it bother you when people refer to Hendrick Motorsports as Hendrix?
Yes. Yeah, but didn't Hendrix, like, ancestors, were they Hendrix, but they just dropped the S or something?
I don't know.
I think Rick Hendrick has a relative that's Hendrix. It's weird.
What the fuck, Zach?
What?
What you just said is literally what Jimmy Means is talking about.
Okay, I've listened to that download before.
Fuck. It's just amazing that that's literally where we were in this story.
Well, I mean, you brought up Hendrick probably for that same reason.
No, I brought up Hendrick because he just referred to him as getting his engine parts from Hendrix.
Oh.
That's a big boot. Man, I tell you what, I had a really good lunch/dinner today. It was mashed potatoes, roasted carrots, and then like this grilled chicken with a mushroom and cream sauce. It was great. Topped with melted cheese. Oh, it was amazing. Have I made you hungry?
No, I had plenty to eat for dinner.
That sounded good though, didn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, I'd had that specific meal before, but it was so good.
Wait, I can't wait.
I'm too standing in line to club will never hear it.
Alright, been to Rock Springs. Rock Springs.
It was a rock springs. Yeah,
Vancouver.
there's only one city we discovered without delivering to, and I don't know what city it was now. Was it Rawlins?
Yeah,
And we are
maybe.
just going through a neighborhood to get there, aren't we?
Don't, I'll have a Rock Springs and another one to Cheyenne.
Well, we'll see what I get when I get there.
Unless you want to go to Clovis.
That would be kind of pointless, though.
Correct. Nails. Fort Collins, which is like 5 minutes away. We test the take your job thing.
It doesn't work with World of Trucks jobs.
Thought it did.
It shows up, and if I remember correctly, when you click to take it, it just locks up your game.
Oh. Well.
And it's also kind of pointless because World of Trucks should be, you know, showing all the same jobs. Although somehow we ended up with different pickup points on that last one. I don't know how that worked. Alright, I finally got here after doing a totally pointless loop because of a red light. I'm gonna skip the delivery. It's DiGiorno.
Not delivery, it's pickup.
Let's see what jobs I have. External contricts. Yep, going to Cheyenne doesn't help us. We're already fucking there. I've got some to Jackson.
I don't have anything to Jackson.
Give it a refresh.
I've been doing full time.
And I've got closed to Rawlings. Or empty pallets to Sheridan. You got any of those?
No, I'll have a Rock Springs. And Cheyenne.
Refresh. Yeah, well, Cheyenne doesn't do much for us now, does it? Alright, I refreshed. I just got propane to Evanston on that last refresh. We also have the option we could do a freight market job to a city we haven't done one out of and do that. If you're not getting any of these.
Alright, I just exited out of the whole menu, went back in, and now I got like a fuck ton of jobs.
Alright, what do you got that you want to take?
I want to go north.
Alright.
Into Sheridan. No.
No, we haven't been to Sheridan yet.
What?
Let's see. What do I have to Sheridan? Of course, now I have nothing to Sheridan, so let me refresh. I've got lumber to Sheridan.
Got lumber to Jackson. Doubles. That'd be kind of going back the way we just came.
The NBA. What does that game mean? Hear that, Mike?
I'm trying to see if I've got that one.
Yeah, what is that? Well, I never get to say it. People say it to me. That's game like you just been beaten and you're done with and get out of my face.
The road roller to Riverton.
Absolutely.
I've got pesticides to Jackson.
Swagger and energy in the NBA. That's game is a bold declaration.
Empty pallets now. The doubles are gone, so yeah, I guess I'll take empty pallets and you can take that.
Alright, that'll work.
When it comes to the game of basketball,
Close enough.
What depot are you going to be going to in Jackson?
Home store or Walbert. I didn't catch which one was which.
Okay.
dynamic moments on and off the court. Whether it's through moments of
This will take us clean across the state.
voice to its community of players and fans, the NBA is always pushing boundaries in athleticism, style, ideas, and more. I got a memory. Well, I mean,
Very curious to see where this Ray Hall thing leads.
Hopefully it goes somewhere.
Yes. I think I'd honestly rather work there than at Thor Sport, to be honest. I just find myself not to sound dramatic, but every day I stray further from NASCAR. I'm tired of their bullshit. And it's very concerning that the next gen car is relying on outsourced parts more. It feels like that there's going to be a lot of layoffs in the industry this fall or winter, and I just don't.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's going to be the case. It may be more of a lot of people are going to have to learn how to do something else, and if they can't prove that they can do the job that's needed now, then they might lose their jobs. But I don't really foresee teams needing a smaller workforce to work on the car, but maybe a more specialized workforce, if that makes sense.
And I feel like IndyCar is more of a growing division right now.
The one thing about IndyCar is they're sort of already where NASCAR is, and they have been basically for 20 years, as far as, you know, how their formula is and all that.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I just feel like IndyCar is more my type of racing. There's
more opportunity to also be at a higher team right away. Like, you try to get into NASCAR, you're gonna end up probably having to work for, you know, some small team to get your foot in the door.
Michael works for Penske.
Is that what he's doing now?
Yeah, he got an engineering degree, and that was like his. I've been messaging him. Actually, I messaged him once right before I started school, and messaged him again like 2 weeks ago before my interview. Penske was like his first big interview getting out of college, and they hired him. I think he's a kind of like quality control, quality assurance, or something like that. That's where they started him at, I guess. But yeah. And I just feel like IndyCar is, like, at least from my perspective as a fan, and if I were a driver, I think I just like IndyCar more because you don't have these, you know, you're not able to really run into a guy at all because he died.
Well, you can ask Paul Tracy about that.
Well, I don't know.
If you're gonna have repair work to do on the IndyCar, there's not much minor repair that needs to be done.
Yes, if it's more than just replace the front wing, we're done.
Yeah, it probably means that Rossi forgot that there were marbles out there and went clean off the track into the wall.
Yeah, and I just feel like, too, you don't really hear a lot of bad things about IndyCar. Like, I feel like a lot of their fans, like, understand what it is and accept that, and they're...
The thing with IndyCar fans, IndyCar has a lot of snobby fans.
Yes, IndyCar is definitely, just judging when I went to Mid-Ohio, it's a lot of old white people.
It's interesting that in this country, IndyCar has some snobby fans. I think it's because there aren't very many F1 fans.
Yeah. Prime Rib Roadhouse. But yeah, I think I just kind of, like, IndyCar doesn't have a lot of gimmicks to it. They don't have any gimmicks, really. I can't think of anything. I mean, yeah, but that's...
Push to pass, 2-tire compounds. Their qualifying format's a little gimmicky, but not any more so than anybody else's anymore.
Yeah, the tire compounds is kind of... Well, I don't really see an issue with that. But they don't have, like, a chase or green-white checkers or, you know...
I'm trying to think. They have something that's weird that they do, and I'm trying to think what it is.
I just feel like, whenever I watch an IndyCar race...
Stuff, really.
I just feel like whenever I watch an IndyCar race, I'm not getting the impression that, like, oh my god, what are they doing? Those dumbasses, what's happening out there? I just never get that.
It's pretty easy to follow, but there are some weird things with how they do something. Like, their worst thing is, frankly, how they do starts and restarts, and it's the worst thing IndyCar does.
Well, yeah, it's like iRacing restarts.
It's worse than iRacing restarts.
Yeah. Yeah, especially at Indy, the pace car peels off like on the back stretch. And they're like, okay,
The
just go when you feel like it.
The pace car peels off a lap before the restart. It accelerates away at the one to go. But at least they don't do the leader light system anymore. That was a fucking stupid ass system.
And I feel like that, I mean, going back to snobby fans, I feel like IndyCar is a little bit more, I don't want to say professional, because that's not really, I don't want to be like saying NASCAR's unprofessional, but
IndyCar has
upscale.
this. I'm trying to think how to phrase it. Like, NASCAR has this, you know, Budweiser and blue jeans feel to it, and IndyCar is more of a polo and slacks.
Yeah.
And that's not to say you don't have hooligan fans of the snake pit. I think IMSA's the same way. That you have a large part of the IMSA fan base that's more of, you know, more of the country club group than the shooting range group, I guess. I don't know how to phrase it, really.
Right, they go to the shooting range instead of shooting schools.
Right.
No, there's a sim racer, sorry.
You know, your average IMSA fan, you know, is going to go play 9 holes of golf, whereas your average NASCAR fan is going to go down to the holler with a cooler full of beer and do some fishing and not catch anything but a good story.
Right, I'd rather go golfing than go sit in a deer stand for 6 hours.
And that's just the stereotypes. I mean, there are absolutely,
right,
you know, hoity-toity NASCAR guys and hooligan hooligan IndyCar.
Right, I'm not going to be Ward Burton and live in the woods for 2 years.
Yeah. And I mean, I will
episode,
say,
right?
Yes, there are some really fun, rowdy IMSA fans, but they're a different kind of rowdy. I also feel like, and maybe this is just my impression, but
I got stopped to get gas here too.
I'm all pretty long too. I feel like there's this impression commonly of people that NASCAR fans are, how should I phrase this?
Hicks.
Bible thumping hicks that they're still upset that the South lost the Civil War.
Yeah, I mean, that's not
I think
too far off.
That covers the subtext of what I was trying to say, right?
Right.
Whereas,
now, part of it might be, like, part of my feelings towards it might just be that I've been watching NASCAR I've been watching all 3 NASCAR series every week for about the last 10 years.
I stopped watching the other series years ago. Like, I kind of enjoyed watching the Nationwide series back when, you know, they had a lot of shitball drivers, so you knew there was going to be a wreck at some point to spice it up.
I think the Xfinity series this year has been the best series in NASCAR.
I can't give a shit because even the Xfinity regulars, I don't find very many of them as somebody I want to root for.
That's fair. And the truck series, to me, really, it feels like it's just evolved into a demolition derby.
It is. Truck and Xfinity, I only watch them when they're at a track I find interesting. So
if the trucks went back to like a better schedule, I'd probably would be more interested in getting into that field.
I'm trying to think what I watched of the trucks. I watched the super speedways, the road courses, and the dirt races. And that was really all I think I've watched of the trucks this season. I haven't watched any speedway races.
I don't know. I mean, I kind of have mixed feelings. I mean, I'm not trying to sound like I'm some big free agent that, I got to pick what team I'm going to work for, but,
you're trying to decide where you want to try to angle your trajectory, though.
Right. Do I want to go... What the Chinese hell is happening here? Okay, I'd like to get out of this, please. Thank you. Trailer damage. Fuck you. Fuck your trailer.
Fuck your trailer, fuck your damage. Fuck you, payment. Oh, well, I just apparently discovered Laramie by being on the highway. You know where you should try to end up?
Monster Jam?
Haas F1.
They're hiring. Not that I have a chance to even mop their floors.
And move to the UK.
I mean, that probably would be easier than getting a job there. No, and I feel like I don't know. It's like, see, another thing I have to think about too. I want to get into a field where there's some growth to it, and I really feel like Grey Hall, with them expanding the way they are, that they'd be a good team to get in with, because obviously if they're expanding, they must, have money
Well, and they're also
and plan on being around a little
they're
longer.
an established team. It's not
Right.
like, going to a team that's brand new that's also like, yeah, we're going to add a team.
Trackhouse.
I was going to say the Arrow McLaren that's adding a car next year that's really a brand new team.
I mean, I don't know. My teacher was asking me this today.
I
He's
should
like,
have
"What do
gotten
you?"
off there to get fuel, by the way.
My teacher was asking me today. He's like, "Well, what do you want to do?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I've kind of done a little bit of everything. There's not any one area I want to be in. There's stuff I like doing, but I'm kind of at the point where I'm gonna apply to a team, and if they want me, wherever they feel like I would be helpful to them is where I'm gonna go. A car that'd be building wings, and NASCAR that probably would just be mopping floors, whatever basic position I can get into. That's fine. That's all I want to do.
Yeah, we were having a whole discussion the other night at work about, what larger airlines everybody wants to apply for. It's like, I don't know what I want to do, because most of the majors, I have no interest in living where I'd have to live to work for them. Like, I don't want to live in Chicago or Dallas or Houston. Like, those would just be miserable places for me to live. In all honesty, St. Louis is almost too big of a place for me to really want to be living here, but, it is what it is. I'm already here, so I can kind of deal with it. The other problem you run into in the business I'm in right now is half the larger places you can end up, yeah, they pay more, but then you look at the cost of living and go, oh, you'd be in the exact same position you're in here. You'd be making more money, but you'd be paying more money for everything else.
Yeah, that's another situation to deal with too.
And frankly, work-wise, it's not like I'm upset with where I am work-wise. The things I want to change is where I'm specifically living. Like, I've been trying to look at apartments, but it's hard to find anything that, oh good, it's raining again. Find anything that just doesn't immediately give me red flags. Like, so many of the complexes around here are just 50-year-old buildings, and I don't want to be in a building that's any older than, mid-80s maybe.
Yeah, that's something I'm gonna have to deal with no matter where I end up moving or where I end up getting a job. I'm moving. December, January, I'm moving. So because I don't want to live with my mom again. Nothing against her. I spent a year living by myself, and it was nice. And I spent the last almost 3 years living with other people, and that's been, ups and downs. But I just want my own space back.
Yeah, I'm really glad that the only time where I've had roommates is, dorm stuff.
Yeah, and I want more space, because all I've ever had for the last couple of years has been just a bedroom, and that's really, yeah. It gets this depressing every time I go home and my drums are in a box. I'm like, oh, I want to take them out. Dead here.
Yeah, it's frustrating for me because, even before all the other shit that started happening around here recently, like, it's just like, I need more space. This apartment's too small for me.
How big is it?
What is it?
The one bedroom.
Yeah, it's a one bedroom. I want to say it's like 500 square feet.
Yeah, that's kind of small.
Like, if the area that this main room is, that is both the kitchen and the living room, was just a living room, and then I had a, kitchen that was, the size of the kitchen part of this room tacked onto that, it might be okay. And I'm really, the places I'm looking at are not huge, because I'm trying not to end up, like, just spending an obscene amount of money on rent, but
Yeah, the places I looked at are like 2 bedrooms. They're like between
And how much?
750.
Yeah, I would love to be able to find that around here.
Like square footage, I mean. Price wise, they're probably between 9 and 1,000, depending on where I go.
Yeah.
If I go to Indianapolis, I'm probably going to be spending 1,000 on rent. If I stay in Sandusky, I could probably do it for like 800 a month.
Yeah, I'm trying to find something that's between 8 and
Carolina,
9.
I have no idea. I really haven't been too far into that.
But most, like, there's a fairly new building that I drive by on my way to work. I'm like, the building's new, it's in a decent location. Let's look and see what they got. Like, their 425 square foot apartment is $1,000.
Jesus Christ. That's like some of the lofts they have in Sandusky, some of the old warehouses they renovated right on the lake.
There are lofts downtown that are cheaper than that.
I know.
Like, what is happening there?
I don't want a loft. I want something with an attached garage. I want an attached garage, I want fast internet, and I want ceiling fans. That's too much to ask for.
Ceiling fans, that's
Yes, I like having ceiling fans.
Okay, that's not attached to this lot. We're going
My
through
old
the medium.
apartment that I used to live in had ceiling fans in the bedrooms and in the living room. It was great. I just turned the fans on, turned the AC off, or at least, you know, I could have the AC comfortably at 78.
That is entirely too hot for me.
With the
Like,
fans
I'm
going, it's
a
no
little
big deal.
uncomfortable in here right now at 76 in the apartment right now. And I've got the AC still running. Like,
Yeah,
the AC
fans.
the ceiling fans don't do much. Most of the airflow
You're
I'm
wearing
getting
shorts?
Yeah, most of the airflow I'm getting is directly from the air conditioner right now. It was pretty warm today too, so. And the whole exterior of the building is brick, so it holds the heat. That's kind of one of the.
And the apartment I had was really nice too, because it had windows on the back and the front, so I could open up the windows and get like a breeze going straight through it. And I had a front screen door, I had a side screen door, I had a garage that was plenty big enough for me and tools. I'm like, if I could, if we could just take that apartment and push it to Indianapolis.
Probably
it was
take the apartment.
And it was just a side-by-side duplex, so I had one neighbor right next to me, and that was it. And rent was $600 a month.
Yeah, that sounds fucking wonderful.
And it was a 2-bedroom. I don't know what the square footage was, but it was plenty big enough.
Yeah, you're not gonna get that around here.
Hell no. Had a full-size washer dryer in the unit.
I keep looking, and honestly, with what I'd end up paying for rent to get what I'm looking for, I'm almost wondering if I'm better off just trying to buy a fucking house and pay a mortgage instead.
I mean, that would be a terrible move. I mean, you're pretty set where you're at, employment-wise, I think.
It would be if I then decided to take a job somewhere else and then had to sell the house and I'd be able to kind of do it.
Yeah, and that's kind of my concern, too.
The issue is, with that would be finding a house to buy. Like, the housing market here is totally fucked, too. That's why you can't find good apartments either.
Yeah, and that's my thing, too. You know, if I get a job somewhere, I feel like, I don't know, I mean, it's definitely likely I could get a job at one team and stay with them for my whole career, but I feel like if I want to move up quicker, you know, depending on where things go, I might end up moving around. I also feel like I could get into a position where I'm going to be doing a lot of traveling, and is it really worth it to get that nice of a place if I'm going to be gone for a while? Which is another thing that goes back to my IndyCar versus NASCAR IMSA
they
agreement.
have a better schedule for you?
Right, IMSA is like 12 races, IndyCar is like 17, NASCAR is like 36.
38.
Well, points races, but yeah. You know, and then and I know IndyCar is still going from, you know, March to October, but September.
Well, keep in mind, if you're in Indy, you have like the whole month of May where you're at home.
Yes. Yeah, it's like the Coke 600 was the whole month. Kind of like the Coke 600 used to be when they had the All-Star race in Charlotte. We were there for at least a good 2 weeks. But yeah, now they have the GP in Indy like 2 weeks before. And the Indianapolis 500 is a far superior race to the Daytona 500.
Prestige-wise and like presentation, yeah, I think the 500 usually puts on a better the Daytona 500 usually a better show.
Right, but I also feel like the Indy 500 is a better showcase of car.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
the Daytona, this is something else. Me and my teacher were talking about today. He used to like to watch plate races. We were talking about restricted plates, and he used to like to watch the old plate races from the '90s. Like, you know, when 4 or 5 guys would break away, and would kind of take a lot of time and effort to get yourself up in the front of those races.
Oh, yeah,
Nowadays, they
those
just run
were
in such a
such fun
tight
races,
pack.
yeah.
It's like it's just slamming into who. If you don't
They-
get flipped into the fence, then you're
They
doing
need
good.
to find a way to allow a car to get a run, but without making it so that they're constantly getting a run on top of each other. Like
They need to take drag out of the back ends of the cars.
there's got to be a middle ground between what we've seen in the past, where you just sat in line because you needed 5 cars to get a run, and where we are now, where you can just fucking jump out, kill a guy, and you're good.
Well, for one, the bumpers can't even be remotely close to being able to lock up at all.
Yeah.
2, we have to take a whole lot of rear end drag and downforce out of it. And for the love of God, cut the splitter off and put the ride height rules back in. I want to see underneath those cars going down the straightaways.
That would fix almost every
And part of it,
NASCAR has.
a small part of it too, is that, you know, Daytona and Talladega now are glass. They used to be, you know,
They're starting to get rougher.
they're getting there, but I mean, maybe not so much Talladega because it got repaved 4 years before Daytona, but actually 6 years before Daytona, but still 5 years. 2006, 2011.
Yeah,
5
something like
years.
that.
Yeah. Yeah, they repaved Dega like summer of 06, and then they repaved Daytona fall of 10. Yeah,
Yeah,
Daytona
it's-
used to be cool before they had to repave it.
Yeah, I mean, I think another thing, even with the current track, if you gave us a car that wasn't glued to the track,
Yes.
you would solve. I mean, the ride height rule would solve the problem at almost every track. Almost every track where we have a hard time putting on good races, because the cars are fucking sealed to the track, and it's all about aerodynamics.
Yeah, it's just track position at that point.
And it's amazing to me that NASCAR can't figure that one out. They're like they keep trying to figure out how to make the cars drive better in clean air and go faster. It's like
I'll put it this way.
we don't care about them going faster.
If NASCAR could have pack racing at Martinsville, they'd do it.
Well, they do have pack racing at Martinsville.
Well, you know what I mean.
No, well, that was the thing that I saw that somebody, what driver was it, complaining that with the next gen they're trying to get pack racing at all the speedways. It's like, well,
Kyle Busch said some stuff like that.
yeah, I don't think he's necessarily wrong. They've been trying to do that with the current package, though. And
Yeah.
I've said for a while, if they could get them to run it like Michigan, like we ran in N4, that would be a fun show to watch.
The Michigan race this year was awesome.
Michigan's one of the few places I think this plan they're trying to do could actually work.
If they turned Michigan into another plate type race, I would be perfectly okay with that. It probably would be some of the best racing in Michigan ever.
And unlike Daytona and Talladega, the tire wear did come in towards the end of the run and the pack spread out.
Yeah,
So
the truck race at Michigan was always one of the better races on the schedule. I know we always bag on Kevin and Michigan and how much it sucks, but there were certain
I'll be honest,
configurations
Michigan's
that they
better now
ran.
than it used to be. With the old car,
Yeah.
Michigan was fast.
Yeah, I mean,
It was always a fuel mileage race. It was the only time it was interesting, and somebody always had to like blow a motor because of the plastic bend. That was Michigan.
and that's the other thing with NASCAR. Now you don't have any mechanical failures.
Yeah.
I mean,
well,
you do, but it's typically Cody Ware.
I saw somebody complaining about the Rick Ware cars. I'm like, I would much rather we get a nonsense Rick Ware caution because one of their cars spun or blew up than the NASCAR to throw a phantom debris or bring back the caution.
Yeah, and I just can't. I'm really losing patience with having to watch a race and deal with stages and stage points and playoff points and chase points.
And none of these
Power
points
points.
fucking matter. The points don't fucking matter at the end of the season, so why are we even awarding them?
The only thing the points are good for is just getting you to the championship race. Everything after that's just irrelevant. Like Kyle Larson has like 900 championship points, playoff points, or whatever the fuck it is.
And they do nothing for you. You get to the end of the season, it's like, oh yeah, those didn't matter. That's not what. It would be like playing the full Super Bowl, getting to the end, going, well, I scored 42 points and the Falcons scored 28, so we won the Super Bowl. It's like, no. That's not how we. That's just how you.
We're just gonna restart the fourth quarter and you
Yeah.
get a 7-point advantage.
And then whoever wins is whoever gets the most special teams yards. Because because we only care about one aspect of your game, not all of them.
See, with IndyCar, it's a 17 race chase and everybody's invited.
Yeah, the only issue that really comes up with IndyCar is I don't actually know what their points format is. I don't know what the numbers
their point system's kind of wonky.
I never looked it up though, so I don't know what the numbers are. Like, I miss the old NASCAR one, but I just because I knew that one. Like the new one of 43 for the win makes some sense, although it really does kind of hamper the consistency thing. Because now, it used to be there was some weighting to it. The finishing in the top 5 was actually more useful than finishing in 15.
I like F1's point system.
F1's point system I think is good. They keep changing it though, and it creates problems when people try to compare stats.
I wish that they would scale it so that the entire field gets points.
I don't like how many people get points now in F1. I miss the good old days when only the top 6 got points. But if they're gonna do it the way they're doing it, I don't 100% disagree with your thought.
Yeah, I mean you can do it that way. I mean, obviously.
You know what they could do? This would be slightly confusing, but might not be a terrible idea. What is this fucking idiot doing? So the current point system, leave after drivers' points, have a separate system for constructors' points. So the constructors get points for the whole field, and that would actually make the constructors' championship work a little bit better. Because as it is now, Williams beats Haas because George Russell got a second place, even though it was a half points race. Haas is not going to score points this year.
Not easily.
Now, that's not to say that the Haas is a better car than Williams. It's probably not, but they could finish us. They could have both of their cars finish ahead of both Williams the rest of the year, but because they're finishing, 17th and 18th instead of 19th and 20th, they don't score any points if it doesn't show up either.
Right? Yeah. There's no. Yeah. And you end up with like these cars just in just groups.
You end up with these DRS trains. I'd like to see a tweak to DRS so that you can't get like. First off, I don't think you should get DRS for cars that aren't on the same lap as you.
No, not for position.
I also feel like we should do something so the DRS trains don't work, so only the last car on the train gets DRS. But I don't know how you can do that in live time.
It'd have to be like within a second of each other, and if the last car is within
it would
5 seconds of the lead car, or the number of cars per second or something.
What it would end up being in my thought process is, if you're within a second, you get DRS, but if the car behind you is also eligible for DRS, you no longer get it.
Big backers.
I mean, Curse didn't do shit.
So it's just fun to play in the games.
And also, that's still really there. It's just they don't call it Curse anymore. It's the hybrid deployment. They just changed how it worked, but it's still principally there. I have a slight amount of hope that next year's car will actually, solve some of the issues, let them follow a little closer. But like I said, NASCAR always says, oh yeah, the new car will take care of all these aero issues and they'll race better, and then it doesn't. That was the big promise with the Gen 6, and it got worse than the CO2.
Yes.
There were a few good races right at the start of the Gen 6 because nobody figured out how to, get the thing sealed off real good. But it didn't take long for it to go to shit. Like you said, bring back a ride height rule, and a lot of this goes away.
The Gen 6 was fine until 2015 when they put the taper spacer in and started choking the motors out. Once they took the power out of those cars,
that one never made sense to me. It's like, we want to take power away. Okay, I get this as a stopgap. Say, for 2 years, we're going to put tapered spacers on the cars, but starting in, 2017, we're dropping the displacement. So we're going to give all the teams 2 years to work up an engine program to build new engines. Meanwhile, they can keep using the old engines, and maybe even after the 2 years, let teams run a tapered spacer. It's going to be a slight disadvantage, so, Rick Ware and stuff don't have to spend the money to build a brand new engine until there's some more parts on the market. Kind of like they, hobbled the fucking Challenger and the Superbird, where they basically made them uncompetitive, but if you have the car, you can still race it. Like, it's not going to hurt Rick Ware that much to have an uncompetitive car. He already does. I was just a little confused why we're going to build massive displacement V8s and then fucking make them breathe through a straw. just build a less powerful engine. Go to 6 cylinders. Do something. Don't just keep building the same engine.
NASCAR 4-cylinder series.
That should be the trucks. The trucks should be 4 cylinders. Actually, no. The trucks probably should keep decent size engines, but the Xfinity series probably should have a smaller engine.
Yeah, I don't know. I think NASCAR's kind of at a crossroads, and they're going to keep heading further down the road, alienating a large group of fans, while pulling in new fans that maybe aren't the group of people that they want.
We've seen it before over and over again. The new fans that they draw in are fair weather and don't stick around. All those people that came in the early aughts, I don't think very many of them are still fans.
I mean, it'd be kind of cool if NASCAR had a full season point system going right now, because right now, Larson or Hamlin would be like 15 points behind the other. I think third place Chase Elliott's like 200 points back. So it just, okay, yeah, y'all remember 2021 when it was Hamlin and Larson every week? That'd be kind of fun. My favorite example of this is 2019.
Oh my god, a roundabout.
2019, I think. When without the chase, after the last race of the season, the top 3 are separated by 9 points, and Kevin Harvick wins the championship by 2. Like,
yeah.
Holy shit, dude.
Like, they decided to manufacture a point system to try to get it to be close, ignoring the fact that there were very few years where it wasn't.
Yeah, 2002 was pretty tight.
How far behind me are you?
20 miles out of my depot.
I'm 11 miles out. I just went through a roundabout. I'm shocked to find a roundabout in Wyoming.
I'm stuck behind a bus going like
I'm on 191, 189, 89, 26. What the fuck?
Like my GPS. Stay in the right 2 lanes for US 30 west, 23 south, 271 north, or some shit like that. I'm like, no.
You know what? I'll be honest with you. You know what series I can really have no complaints with the format or the racing or anything?
NHRA.
IMSA. I don't know how NHRA works. I think they do a bullshit playoff too.
I don't know either. Oh, that's one. That is, when I say I'm passionate about all forms of racing, that's one that I just can't.
Drag racing is too short. Like, I have an appreciation for what it is, but I need my event to last more than 8 seconds.
Well, yeah, which is why it's a whole day of bracket racing, which is cool. I want to go. I want to go to the Summit Nationals in Norwalk one year. I want to go to an NHRA event, but I don't know. I mean, if I got a job with an NHRA team, it probably would be cool. I've never really looked into that at all, but
yeah, it's just never been as interesting to me as all the other forms. I think
I'd
that's
rather
also
be
like
in
the
sports
head-to-head
cars or
thing.
something.
The head-to-head thing doesn't interest me all that much. It honestly suffers from the same thing that keeps me from really being able to get into football. It's a lot of stop and start. That's really my biggest issue, especially with the NFL. The NFL, like, people were upset that they didn't do, replay reviews and all this shit. It fucking kills the pace of the game. Like, I get we want to get calls right, but we've got to find a way to get calls right without stopping the game. Especially, it should not take 45 minutes to play the last 2 minutes of a football game.
That's a little bit extreme, but I get your point.
I mean, I've seen it happen. Like,
well, yeah, it's also taken 3 hours to finish the last 5 laps of a NASCAR race. Which is another complaint of mine about NASCAR, is that it seems like we hit like 10 to go and everybody just goes into stupid
If
mode.
a yellow comes out inside 10 to go, the race is going to drag on for the rest of the night.
Right, because they're going to try all goddamn night to get a green flag finish. And IndyCar would be like, oh, we had a wreck with 5 to go, well, guess the race is over. Bye, everybody.
I feel like I've had ideas that were better plans than what NASCAR does. For example, like under 20 to go, yellow laps.
Stop counting the laps.
Yeah, under 20 to go, no yellow laps count. And
yes.
I like to get concept of the green-white checker, but there's only maybe 5 tracks on the schedule where a green-white checker is an appropriate distance to finish a race at. It's completely pointless at fucking Bristol.
Right, yeah, that's...
Like, we should scale it based on the track distance. Road courses, green-white checker's fine. The plate tracks, I think it's okay. Bristol, Martinsville, Richmond should be 10 laps.
Yeah, and then you get into that and you start overcomplicating things even further.
I mean, I think you can do it without getting it super complicated, but you're gonna do it. If we're gonna do it that way, it's gonna be a single attempt where no caution laps count. So, like, the race will be extended up to 10 laps. So
Yeah.
on the we will have a restart. If a yellow comes out like with 2 to go, we'll have a restart with 10 more laps on the clock. But after that, we don't add any more laps. So every green flag lap that's completed gets completed. And if the yellow comes out, you know, with 5 to go, then we'll try again with 5 to go once we get it cleaned up. And at that point, because of fuel shit, you'll probably start doing more red flags just to have the yellow be 1 lap or 2. But that's where the real problem with the whole idea is you run the thing of like, well, these teams don't have that much fuel on board.
Yes. Ooh. NASCAR is tentatively set to announce the 2022 Cup Series schedule next week per sources. Among the notable moves, Pocono is expected to lose a race, while Gateway is expected to gain a Cup race.
I've heard that rumor. If they run a Cup race at Gateway, I will try to go to it. I don't know if it'll be a good race or not, but I'll go to it.
How far is Gateway from Indianapolis?
Or
I guess St. Louis to Indianapolis.
3.5, 4 hours.
Probably a lot closer than.
Have you pulled
City
in?
Center to City Center is 3 hours and 42 minutes. From center of Indy to center of St. Louis, so it's probably like 3:30.
Yeah. You delivered your trailer yet?
Yes, I'm taking a quick intermission. I'm gonna get something to drink here in a second after I check my tweets, and then we'll pick up something. The 2022 schedule slot that NASCAR's eyeing for the LA Coliseum is the Busch Clash exhibition. Junior's gonna fucking like.
I'm gonna point out. I will point out. Daytona is selling tickets for the Busch Clash, so I don't know where this rumor is coming from, but it doesn't sound like it has any teeth.
Refunds, man. I mean, if they want to run around the LA Coliseum, I'm all for it. Short tracks, let's go. I mean, I know it'd be like Bowman Gray too, but fuck it, man. Let's something. I'd rather watch a race there than.
Yeah, I mean, the Clash this year was pretty terrible.
It's been terrible.
The Clash was fine when it was like a 20-lap race that was just sort of for fun, that was right there between, you know, Xfinity qualifying and their race. That was fine.
Even the Butts shootout wasn't bad.
Well, yeah. They just overcomplicated it, made it too long, and it got really fucking stupid. So some of these cars that I'm running today have the new number placement on them, and some of them it works, some of them it doesn't. I think it's too far forward, but given, like I've said...
Are you out of Truck Sim right now?
I have it minimized.
Do you see the picture of the 42 car?
That's the one I'm looking at.
That's not bad.
It's not bad. I think it's too far forward. But, like, versus putting it on the window or putting it on the quarter panel, I like this better. It doesn't look quite right. And the roof number is goofy on that car, too. But the 42
There's a picture somebody shared of a dirt modify that was the number 28, and the number stretched from quarter panel to front wheel. And I'm like, yeah. Let's move the wheel front and back.
I mean, honestly, the number is not the biggest thing with the next-gen car that I'm not happy about.
The number is arbitrary to me. I mean, as long as it's not something stupid like, oh, we're going to put it on the nose or something.
So the thing with the next-gen car, like, they've gone even further down the aero train. That's problem A. I don't like the center lock, and I don't like the sequential shift.
No.
And it's like, I defy you to find a single street car that they're racing in the Cup Series that has a center lock wheel at all and has that style of sequential shift. They don't.
Any street cars have a center lock wheel? I don't think they do.
I'm sure you could find some Koenigsegg or something that does, but I also cannot wait for the first race where somebody doesn't get the fucking nut on there and the wheel comes off and everybody's like,
the wheel just flies off.
Yeah, I mean, it keeps happening in IndyCar. Didn't it happen to Graham Rahal? Yeah, it happened to Graham at Indy, didn't it?
Yep. They had the strategy all lined up to win the thing, and turn 2 on the access road, it said "see ya," and he just went up and.
You picked a fine time to leave me, loose wheel. Now, you know what's going to be really interesting about the next-gen car? When I make next-gen templates for Extravaganza and Tony loses his shit because there's no contingencies.
And the number is moved far forward like that. Like he's gonna get on here and be like, Tim, we're not doing that. And then you're gonna be like, that's how NASCAR is nowadays.
Meanwhile, I think he's run cars that have had egregious numbers on them.
Yeah, like look at Dog's car. The 04 on that thing is like 600 point font.
Well, it's better now because remember, I repainted it and made it slightly smaller. It was still oversized, but not that big.
Yeah.
I will say I'm like super happy for how well received all the Nashville races were this year for all the series.
Yes.
I still would like to see them at the fairgrounds versus the super speedway, but the race of the super speedway was fun.
My question though with the schedule thing, if they're taking a race away from Pocono, that means Pocono's not a double header.
Pocono
So
Pocono was a doubleheader this year and last year because of the Olympics. So
right, but I'm just saying,
there was an off weekend built into the schedule both years that wouldn't have been there otherwise.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like the doubleheader.
I'll
They
be
should
honest.
keep it a doubleheader and just put Gateway on the schedule.
Yeah, that was what I was gonna say.
It's not an extra race weekend.
Yeah, I think that's a great plan actually. I still really hope that IndyCar maybe goes up to a 20 race schedule in the near future because their schedule's just a little too short.
Yeah, I wouldn't be opposed. I mean, they had I know Toronto got canceled, but they had like a month off from Mid Ohio to Nashville. They could fill that a little bit.
Yeah, with that in the Olympics, like I'm trying to think what tracks I would immediately say because what they need is more ovals, but they need ovals that they can suitably run. Like New Hampshire, they could probably do. I don't know if the race would be any good, but they could physically race there. Where else? I literally can't think of another oval that they could actually run. That's unfortunate. I guess I could go to Richmond, but
Uh-huh.
oh boy. Alright, do I risk copyright claim by playing this where the audio will be on my stream? Sure.
Off again at the end of September in the second to last
what in the hell am I looking at behind home plate? Is that a Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
Yes.
Why aren't the commentators acknowledging it?
Dub Crunch is loose.
Jeez Louise, that's terrifying.
NASCAR man on Twitter says, "Come on, Pocono, get an Indy race to replace the Saturday afternoon Cup race. Keep the doubleheader weekend going." Yes, until we Robert Wickens somebody again.
Paralyze somebody again. Our low tomorrow night's going to be 59.
That's about what's going to be here.
And then Saturday it'll be 90. Fun. We haven't quite decided what season we want to be in yet, I don't think. Oh, yeah, part 3 of the Falcons thing is up. Let's figure out how many parts they've actually put up. Oh, they put up the whole thing. The last part actually just went up 8 hours ago, so... And the last part is an hour and a half!
Oh, yeah.
I don't... Like... I like these videos, but, like, this channel puts up so much stuff that I don't care about. That I just can't remain subscribed to it. And now let me see, I bet you it's put my watch later, all out of order. Yep, it put part 4 after part 7, because that makes sense. Surprised nobody else has hopped on TeamSpeak tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, but well, maybe Alex is running, what, I just switched the end of that fucking thing. Or were they off this week? God, you know, that nonsense street stock shit?
Yeah, I'm not sure quite what their schedule is. Their points races are done, but I think they just have like special events for the next couple weeks before the season's over.
Huh.
All right, I'm gonna get something to drink, and then we can do a couple more jobs before I have all I can handle.
All right, sounds good.
Russian members were up there, the likes of Walter Payton, they had to mark this out. And even greater absurdity, there are center Jeff Van Note, tackled by Canada. These two started nearly 500 games for Fox, most of them losing efforts. As offensive linemen, touchdown, they have to highlight this. Just like you never told them about crossing. Their thankless pass protection is largely appreciated by the Rovers. Pro Football Reference does have approximate value, a method intended to there are a whole lot of very things on this chart. But way up in number 2 all time, Ken and Van Noten were very emblematic of the horrible 1980s Falcons. In order to truly understand these teams, you probably just have to be there. I wouldn't be surprised if the average football fan has not heard of any of these people. That is about to change, starting right now. It's the summer of 1982, summer in Florida. A 15-year-old is out in a suffocating humidity. Stepdad is dragging out to cold feet. Orange horseback during pony meets has to be among the very worst chores, especially if you don't have the right tools, which, come on.
See what the UNOH COVID portal looks like today.
Do what?
Let's see what the UNOH COVID dashboard looks like.
Oh my god, we all have COVID.
Ooh, 7 new cases on campus this week. 13 new quarantines. Oh man, guys. 22 cumulative cases since July 1st. Oh man, no coincidence. The week after Welcome Week, we have the 2 weeks after the Welcome Week, we have our highest number of new cases. That mask mandate didn't help, and no one on campus is fucking vaccinated. I got natural immunity. Yeah, you got natural stupidity is what that is.
Yeah, that's just shocking to me on a certain level. I saw somewhere that I forget what medical thing it was, but they were finding from whatever samples they had that it seemed like their estimate was about 80% of the population's either been vaccinated or has antibodies already.
Yeah.
It's like, well, if we can get the other 20% vaccinated, we might be okay.
Yes. All right. Where are we going? Job market.
Let's
Where
see
am
what
I?
we got.
I am in. Okay, we are in Jackson. Let's go to. Where we haven't been.
I've got wood shavings to Gillette.
I got lumber to. Yeah, I got wood shavings too.
The end of that ride looks like fun.
Well, I'm gonna take a different route. Head up through Riverton.
We can do that. All right.
All right, I'm gonna go get the trailer, and then I'm gonna reroute myself because I've already been through some of these roads.
Yeah, no, that's fair. We could probably actually go up through the north and go through whatever that other city is up there. What is that? Is that Casper?
That's what I'm saying.
All right, I got 3 miles to go to get to the trailer.
Well, here's to hoping that IRP is on the truck schedule.
I think that's what the trucks need. Is even if
Yes.
they're not going to have
Smyrna,
if they're not going to have straight up companion events,
Urbandale.
where they can, they should try to go to a smaller track that's local to the big truck.
Right, take full Xfinity and trucks. I mean, no, trucks aren't running it, but full Xfinity and trucks off the big oval or road course at Indy and send them to IRP the Saturday night before and put Cup back on the oval.
I preferred the road course race, but
I don't know. I have kind of mixed feelings on it.
I think you don't run that stupid chicane with the fucking curve of doom. I think that solves some of the problems there.
Doubleheader weekend. one on the road course, one on the oval. And they're both night races.
There's
We're going to build lights and pave the
I'm trying
access
to think-
roads.
I'm
Roger
trying to-
Penske's three-ring circus in Indianapolis.
I'm trying to think what other tracks have a, you know, local area track that they could run the trucks at. The big shows in town. Let's see. So what's around Texas?
The Bullring.
Nothing. For
The
Vegas,
Bullring
yeah.
in Vegas, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. For Atlanta, there's really, like, short of taking them up to Road Atlanta, or
I mean,
trying
I
to
wouldn't
get
be
Lanier
opposed to that.
running again.
It's still running, but just not as a racetrack. I think it's like a karting track or something.
It's a paved circle that they do weird shit with.
Stadium bass fishing.
Let's see. They could, frankly, probably get away with having the trucks at the... Zach, I just had an idea.
Oh, jeez.
I have an idea for the future of Nashville. So, Cup alternates between being at the Superspeedway and the fairgrounds. But
Okay, Hockenheim.
so do Xfinity and trucks, except trucks are always at the opposite of where Cup is.
Spring date at the Super Speedway, fall date at the
I don't know that
Short
would
track.
work, but I kind
street
of...
course.
I have the hunch that my idea might have a chance of working for them. Like, if they did something like that, where it's like, yeah, the trucks will be a companion event, but the trucks, when we're at the fairgrounds, will be at the Speedway, and when we're at the Speedway, they'll be at the fairgrounds.
Take IndyCar to Kentucky.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
Can't be any worse than anything else that's run on that stupid ass racetrack.
I meant for IndyCar drivers continuing to live.
I mean, 3 and 4 are flat enough.
All right,
We're comfortable running Texas.
So we're
They'll be
gonna...
comfortable at Kentucky.
Are we gonna deviate all the way up to Sheridan?
Oh. I'm out here heading on the road. Yeah, let me get to the map here real quick, as I just park on the side of the road like a moron.
Because if we go all the way up to Sheridan, it'll be a lot of new road.
Yeah, but that seems kind of out of the way.
Let me see, how much does that add? Whoops, nope, that's not what I want.
I was thinking let's
It
just,
only adds 100 miles.
I was thinking we could just take a detour through Riverton and then cut across Route 20 there and then head north.
Yeah, we could do
Then we
that.
can take Gillette, and then that gives us the option to go back up through Sheridan and around those roads and back down.
Alright, I've set a waypoint on 26 in Riverton, so it'll take me that way.
Yeah, so I'm going to take 189 south to 191, and then north, back up north, cut across 287 through Riverton, and then on 20. All right, let me get rolling here before traffic gets pissed off.
Okay, well, I'm still pulling my wood shavings out of the damn depot.
Yeah, you'll have that.
I tell you what, this built-in multiplayer is so much better than waiting for the truck was empty.
Yes.
And a whole lot more interesting, because the stupid shit we see on this, instead of being, you know, children
Shit
from
out of
Argentina
people.
going a million miles an hour the wrong way, it's just the AI being a little goofy. You can kind of count on that. They're goofy but predictable.
They're not going to jump into the opposite lane doing 100 miles an hour.
Probably not. They're also not going to come up
Probably not.
on the shoulder doing 120 in a Skoda.
Yeah. We're driving cars around.
That's what a Skoda is. It's a car.
Oh. Roundabout. Take the third exit at the roundabout.
I was expecting to see you on the road here, but no. You went left at that intersection, right?
I went right.
Oh. Then you're taking most of the same road.
Not till I get to Riverton. I'm not going up. I'm not going up to Sheridan or anything. Or up north from
I'm
the
going
city.
to Riverton. Well, we'll
Yeah,
see.
you're going north.
We'll see whose route is faster.
Probably mine.
I saw the title to a Jimmy Broadbent video that got me curious because he was the title implied that there are actually like a leaderboard for travel times for certain city pairs in Truck Sim, like speed running wise, and it's like that's vaguely interesting to me. It was like something like setting the fastest time. I think it was from the furthest north city to the furthest south Euro. It's like, depending on what the stipulations are for that, that could kind of be fun. But I have a hunch it's probably some weird stipulations like, you know, you gotta do it online in Truckers NP and all this kind of shit where it probably isn't as much fun. Goddamn, these roads have far too many highway designators on them. That's a bunch of bears in a raft.
Alright, so my dad just sent me a text. He's like, I found my new favorite cereal. It's Marshmallow Fruity Pebbles. Okay, just eat the damn bag of sugar.
All I know is that Dad and I are planning to meet for dinner tomorrow for his birthday, but we never did establish where we wanted to go. Just what area we wanted to do it in. So I'm sure I'll get a random text from him at about 5 o'clock like, oh, why don't we go here then? Okay.
The McDonald's.
No.
Arby's. Chuck E. Cheese.
I'll be honest, if he lets me choose, we're going to Rack and Ellis, but it's his
Where's
birthday.
that?
It's the really good pizza place around here.
Oh. These are some scenic roads. You should have gone this way.
Well, I'm sure I'm going to get some scenicness going my way. Granted, I'm still leaving the city, and it's a nice little town. I'd love to live in a nice little town like this. Yeah, next time I see Mom in like a month, I'll have to find out what Bend is actually like.
I forgot I wanted to go to Heinen's when I was in Cleveland last weekend, and I'm mad at myself.
Oh, to buy the Chub Flakes or whatever?
Yeah, Chub Crunch. Which coincidentally are Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Can you not, like, just buy those online?
Probably, but I'm afraid to see how much they're charging per box.
That's fair.
Chub Crunch limited edition, $12.
Like, as soon as I got home from the store today, I pulled a Kleenex to pick something I'm looking for. I threw it was a piece of food, but I wasn't sure if it was a cockroach or not. And I realized, oh shit, I'm out of tissues in that box. Well, I took one other one out of the box. Like, motherfucker, I'm out of tissues. Like, I was just at the store. I'm not going out again. I just ordered a fucking 32 count of tissues on Amazon.
Where the fuck are you turning?
Me? On the road?
No, this fucking dumbass AI in front of me. He like had to stop to change fucking lanes.
Beautiful snow-capped mountains I can see up here.
Well, I'm standing. Oh my god, I'm gonna kill this motherfucker. He like stopped in front of me to change fucking lanes.
And then did it again?
Yes.
Oh look, a roundabout. What am I playing, Euro? Did that sign say what I think it said?
Back on the muffins again?
I just saw a sign that indicates I may be going into a national park.
Well, I'm sure we'll be heading back that way soon enough.
I'm not sure I can drive this into a national park. I just
drive into Yosemite.
Oh my god, bison. They're right on the edge of the road too, that's cool. This is beautiful.
Bison on the edge of town.
This is beautiful. Oh my god. Like, I have to give them credit. These, like, they don't half-ass the scenery, please.
No. Definitely make the most out of not much. Mississippi Queen.
If you know what I mean. Oh, I almost turned on the radio in game, and that would have been a mistake.
That's why I don't really ever stream Truck Sim.
Yeah, no, instead I'll take my Bluetooth speaker and just, instead of listening to, and by listening, the problem is if I try to listen to podcasts while we're playing, I don't pay enough attention to podcasts to get anything out of it.
Right.
So let me put on some music, let's select, no, not add, not into oncoming traffic, the classic rock playlist, shuffle, oh that's loud.
Violence intensify.
Well, I had the volume up for pod. Like, for some reason,
Yeah.
for a podcast, I gotta have it like max. But for music, like an 8 is good.
I hate doing that in my car because I'll turn the when I'm driving. You know, you got road noise and stuff, so I have to turn it like way up for me to hear it when I'm listening to the download. And then my GPS is like super loud, so I'll hear like, you know, so right. So at Talladega in 2002, we were on turn left at 0.6 miles. I'm like, okay.
So,
I hear you. Stop.
Does your car have the what is it, the speed adaptive stereo thing?
No.
No, you're
I don't
still
know what that is.
your stereo doesn't slowly turn itself up as your speed
No.
increases. Oh, I've got that, and I can change the sensitivity on it apparently.
Wow, ooh, man, we got a badass over here.
Yeah. So one thing though, I absolutely
This
hate.
guy gets his colonoscopies awake.
Hold on. That
Or
when
Taylor, man, gotta listen to it.
when I have the Bluetooth synced, I can't change the volume on the radio unless it's already playing. It will not let you change it unless it's already playing from the control on the wheel. And I don't like to use the knob because the knob has the power button on it, so if you turn it, the power button's no longer like oriented correctly, and that drives me nuts. It's like it's a terrible little bit of design there to have the knob and power button have the little emblem on it, the power, and have that rotate when you turn the knob. Well, I'm stuck behind a bus, so now I'm not gonna make good time.
We're running with the shadows on the night.
Stay on now. Leave you my key. Also, Zach at the races yesterday, we were walking along part of the course, and I just hear somebody's music, and I just hear, the best, the best.
The best of you.
I was like, okay.
Someone taking your faith is real.
That
Pain
looked like-
you feel.
That looked like a secret road that I just passed.
Trust, you must confess. Yeah, they really missed out on naming their greatest hits album The Best of Foo.
How about the... Oh, God. Is it not the best of Foo Fighters?
No, it's just greatest hits.
Oh, that's boring.
Yeah.
What is happening up here? The road has disappeared. I'm on dirt.
Driving through. Ooh, I got like some. Ooh, we got some Montanas to the left.
I'm in a 35-mile-an-hour dirt road work zone where I think they just haven't built the road here yet.
You know that Montanas is Spanish for mountains. It's the name Montana.
Ah.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is we should give Montana back to Mexico?
Yes. And Donald Trump's gonna make them pay for a bridge from Montana to Guadalajara.
A bridge.
No, we're gonna
You really tickled yourself.
Okay,
there.
this is good. No, this is gonna be good. We're gonna give Montana back to the Mexicans. We're gonna initiate the Keystone Pipeline, but instead of oil, we're gonna use it for immigration.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I knew it was going to be bad.
Back. You're tired of Mexicans tunneling under your homes?
Oh, good. I'm finally on tarmac again. This is beautiful up here, though.
I'm in Lander, apparently.
There's some farms and a creek and a cool little bridge.
Oh, we'll have to come back that way. This won't be the last time we're going this
And
way.
an exploded tire. And a RV park.
North Riverton. Reamburger.
The town or a restaurant?
Asian food, sportswear, active fashion, cones, triangle.
Okay, Tony.
House.
Scarecrows! Wow, the speed limit went up to 70 and that bus took off. So how far out are you now?
385 miles.
Ooh, I'm 434.
We built this city on coke and pills.
Down at the station. Don't care where it goes.
Where the fuck is dog?
Highest mountain.
About to call
Jump
him.
off, nobody gonna know.
Oh, I am in Riverton.
Oh,
What that
can't you
woman?
see
That
what
one to
that
me.
woman has been doing to me?
That's the Allman
Can't you
Brothers.
see? It's not the Allman Brothers. See what that woman. But no, this is not the Allman Brothers. Are you not trying to remember who it really is?
Yeah, because I feel like I should know it.
Gonna crawl inside down.
Not Bob Seger.
Correct.
Not Skinner. It's not CC Top.
Correct.
I'm just picturing motorcycles.
Oh, can't you see what that woman knows she's been doing to me? You really don't know who this is?
No, I mean I do, but I just can't name them.
It's the Marshall Tucker Band.
Oh yeah, actually I don't know who that is. But I know that song.
I mean, I don't know if I know any of their other songs either.
Did you know that? Speaking of other songs, did you know that The Distance was supposed to be in Rock Band 2, but
One by
Cake didn't
Cake?
want them. Yeah, but Cake didn't want them to add it because they didn't want to be known as the band with that song, and they actually broke off discussions to put them in that game, which is why it's kind of surprising that Rock Band 4 had one of their songs, and we've gotten 2 DLC songs of theirs since then, none of which is The Distance.
I've shown you the video that was my exposure to that song, right?
Yeah, I think so.
It was a GPL video.
Yeah. I saw it in a NASCAR sim racing video. And I never knew what it was, and it took me a long time to find it. I remember like hearing it as a kid, and I'm like, huh, I kind of like this.
Oh yeah, I've got it on my iPad, although I don't think it's in my racing playlist. It really should be. What that woman been doing to me? I just realized my my little GPS window has an orange rectangle on the bottom right, and I don't know why. Does yours have that too?
And where?
Your GPS window?
Where at?
Bottom right?
No.
Weird. Wonder what I did that's giving me an orange. Oh, I see you on the map!
Oh shit. I guess I win.
You were slightly ahead of me though when we left, so I think it actually did come out in the wash. Been doing
This engine force feedback thing's weird. Like my wheel's been vibrating this whole trip.
Yeah, that's why I have it off. It just makes the wheel vibrate all the time for no reason. I think R Factor had like an engine force feedback thing too, and all it did was just completely fuck up all the other force feedback.
Nah, this feels just fine. The belt drive wheels are pretty good at feeling. Like, it's not as strong as a direct drive wheel, obviously, but you feel a lot more of it. Whereas with my G29, it was just kind of like everything was just a big thud.
Oh, there we go. There was a song that was in Rock Band.
It was just everything was really loud because of the plastic gears clashing. This is just belts. Goes down to 30. I better not be doing 70. Let there be drums. There be rock. Asper.
Thermal taste?
Thermopolis? Oh, how the fuck?
Oh, there we go. There's a good song.
God damn it.
Oh, not making that light.
What the hell kind of train is 5 cars?
A truck sim train that they were realistic distance would all like. I think they scaled the trains to match the map scale.
Oh, that sounds about right.
Although I think initially the ATS trains were usually just a locomotive, and that was pretty fucking stupid.
I mean, it happens. It happens. I still have 350 miles to go.
On a dark desert highway, cool wind in
To
my
Omaha.
hair, warm smell of eucalyptus rising up through the air. Up ahead in the distance.
We're devolving into karaoke night.
I mean, that's what usually happens to us, isn't it?
Oh. Talk about other things like
bands that everybody puts a the in that don't have one, like Foo Fighters
Yes.
and Eagles,
yes,
but not The Who or The Guess Who,
or the Beatles,
The Clash,
the Bush Clash.
The Kinks, The Strokes. I'm trying to think of other the bands now.
If your band name is the somethings, it's pretty unoriginal in my opinion.
I'm trying to think of some other the bands though.
The Pretty Reckless.
The Red Hot Chili Peppers. I feel like my Bluetooth speaker's doing something weird. It's like it's static randomly. I think maybe the connection is not very good right here for some reason. Mind is Tiffany twisted. She got the Mercedes Benz.
Do you wiggle your shifter back and forth before you get into gear?
Do I do what?
You wiggle your shifter back and forth before you get into gear?
In my actual car, or
Yes.
for first gear, I'll give it a little jiggle just to make sure it's there. I also
Okay.
will do what I can only use the aviation term. In first gear, leaving a stoplight or a stop sign, I do what's referred to as guarding the throttles, where I keep my hand behind the shifter, just in case
Jesus
it's decided
Christ,
it
it's
wanted to
fucking
pop out of
raining
gear.
again.
Woo, rain, woo, doing 50 and a 30, woo! Oh god, this truck wants to die!
Die, truck.
It was a jacked up UNOH special, too.
Oh, I
No
can actually
train.
feel the force. I can actually feel the force feedback driving over the rumble strips on the side of the road.
Yeah, that's cool, isn't it?
Yes. Wow, there's spray coming off the trailers.
Okay, Alex. I can't think of any other the bands offhand now.
Or I have some of my GPS. Or my...
GPS.
Yeah, my
I have
GPS.
directions to bands.
Yeah, GPS is an information of all... Yeah. It's like a Bible.
Right.
But it's not fiction.
This and other controversial hot takes from Zach. You want to offend all the other religions too? No, we were talking at work about historical figures that everybody thinks are real but don't act like there's not much evidence actually existed. And so I was like, well, let me find a list. And of course the list had Jesus, Muhammad, the Buddha, Confucius. I'm like, okay, yeah, we get it.
John Lennon.
It's
Right,
like,
what
I'm not looking
bands do
for
we
all
have
these
on my
religious
playlist?
figures that some people say, oh, I don't think these people existed. Even though a good number of them, there's evidence they existed. But there were some on there that were the ones that were like,
Yeah, I actually don't really have hardly any. Here it comes. Roundabout.
Can you think of any historical figures that you think probably didn't exist?
Santa Claus.
St. Nicholas was a real guy.
Not as we know him.
Well, no, that was a whole issue in kindergarten.
He's probably a serial molester anyway.
Uh-huh.
Colonel Sanders.
Colonel Sanders was a real person.
Walt Disney.
Disney was real.
Joseph Stalin.
He was very real.
Kinda hot though.
What? Okay, I'm gonna need to clip that one. We'll be sending that to Kevin for his reaction.
We've been at this for 3 hours. I mean,
And we only now started deciding that Joseph Stalin was, and I quote, kinda hot.
no, I mean, have you seen a picture of him before he became like the supreme overlord?
He always kind of looked like a piece of shit to me, but you know.
No.
I mean, I'll
watched
give
the,
you that he had an impressive mustache.
No, this is before he had stash.
Nobody
watched
cared
the
who I
Ted
was
Bundy
before
movie?
this. No, I haven't.
Okay. Oh, he's so hot and dreamy. He's like stabbing people.
Yeah, I think who was in that? Was that Shia?
Zac Efron.
Zac Efron. I knew it was some pretty boy.
Pretty woman.
Walking
You
down
are
the
in
street,
me.
pretty woman.
Kind of like
The
to
kind Chris
be
Brown
pretty
tries to
woman.
be. Yeah.
Okay, what was the question?
The historical figures that that didn't exist or may not have existed. Like, there are some obvious ones people go, "Oh yeah, I didn't even realize that people thought that was a real person." Plus,
I think Anthony Fauci doesn't exist. He was just a hologram created by the government to spew propaganda onto us.
what about Anthony Stewart?
Now, excuse me while I take horse dewormer.
Uh-huh. Well, so one that
I mean, no, I
apparently-
can't really think of anybody legitimately.
one that people think was a real person, but really there's no evidence existed, is King Arthur.
I guess.
I don't know why this bus just rear-ended a truck, but okay. Another one is Robin Hood. There's evidence that some of that stuff may be based on a real person, but the Robin Hood that we imagine didn't exist. Oh, I know. A bunch of Greek philosophers and historians probably didn't exist. For example, Socrates may not have been one person.
Yeah, they were probably like somebody's fantasy football
Pythagoras
team.
probably wasn't a person. Homer was probably not a person either. There's even some doubt that Helen of Troy even existed.
Speaking of Pythagoras, did you know that Tony calculates his fantasy football odds by using the Pythagorean theorem?
How? How? I need an explanation. What is he? Is he taking the estimated fucking scores from ESPN and making a right triangle out of them?
I mean, knowing the man and his triangles, that's certainly a possibility.
I do remember the day I had to draw a triangle diagram for JB to help him with some geometry homework and some shit. Let's see. Who else probably didn't exist? I mean, and
The
then
red
there-
M&M.
And then there are those people that people just think are fictional characters that really existed. Like, John Henry was a real dude. He just didn't, you know, fight a steam engine or whatever it was. Johnny Appleseed was a real person. He didn't plant every tree in America.
Paul Bunyan was a real person, but he wasn't 9 feet tall.
Correct. He was probably like 5'10".
Yeah.
No, like the issue with like Pythagoras and Homer and all of them is that like Greek historians weren't doing a literal telling of history like we do. They were giving you like the broad strokes, so they would combine people.
Yeah.
Or create, you know, there was a whole thing that was happening, a whole movement, they would create a person to represent it. Which is what a lot of people think Pythagoras is actually a representation of what thought about math and philosophy, that they just created this person to kind of be the figure for what these thoughts were. It's some interesting stuff when you start reading about it. But at the same time, it's like, how much of history then is just a fucking lie? I mean, we already know that the history we're taught in schools is not really, how should I phrase this?
Black enough.
Isn't,
accurate.
Yeah, accurate's not
All
like...
we do is talk about the world wars and go about our way. I want to talk about, like, I want to talk about how, like, I want to talk about, like, the Tulsa race riots. I want to talk about how we're, like,
that's
poisoning our own people for medical trials.
Yeah, the
Trail of Tears, bitch.
The Trail of Tears we actually did talk about in my school.
Yeah, a little bit.
But yeah, I never had a history class where we got much further than about 1952.
I mean, we're at the point now where some of this more recent history isn't as recent as you think. Like, the Gulf War, I mean, that's like 30 years
Which
ago,
one?
man. Everyone that Bush Sr. was involved with.
Yeah, so
First one.
that's the thing that kind of like messes with me a little bit. That war was in my lifetime, it wasn't in yours.
Yes.
It also really messed with me when I was talking to Kevin one day about Senior winning the 500 and realized that Kevin doesn't remember that. Because he was like 18 months old.
I remember it. Even though I was only like 13 months old.
Yeah, I was 8.
I feel like I'm on here with my grandpa sometimes.
Well, like, what were you, like, 4th grade on 9/11? No, you weren't even that old, were you?
I was in preschool.
Jesus Christ.
I was 5. No, I wasn't even 5. I was gonna be 5 in like 2 months.
Okay, this makes me feel even worse than the senior winning the 500 thing, even though it's only something like 3 years. I was in middle school.
Okay, well, in 2 weeks... Actually, not 2 weeks. Next weekend.
It will have been 20 years.
Well, no, I'm saying this Sunday, my dad's 54, and when 9/11 happened, he was 34.
It's really... Wait a minute. It is really weird that our dad's birthdays are that close together.
Yeah, my dad's birthday's the 12th.
I think,
Happy birthday!
yeah, I think my dad's
9/11.
either the 9th or the 10th. I don't remember. Well, no, I know what it is. It's fucking the 8th. It's tomorrow.
My grandpa's birthday's the 6th.
That's getting really kind of spooky.
Freddie Mercury's birthday was the 5th.
Why do you know these things? I'm trying to remember. Who is it that... There's somebody famous I share a birthday with. Who is it? Is it Mario Andretti?
I believe mine would be Bobby Allison and Ozzy Osbourne.
There's
You know, 2 peas in a pod's right there. Oh yeah, I'm on I-90 now. Also drove on that this weekend.
Why is fucking... Oh god. Why is Chevy Chase stopping? That was a mistake.
He saw a hot girl in the car next to him.
I elected to not lift and did a little off-roading and didn't damage anything.
Holiday road, road,
I'm trying to remember what is Mario Andretti?
Let's ask Google. See if my Google thing still works. Mario Andretti's birthday. February 28th.
Yes, I share a birthday with Mario Andretti. Separated by 50 years, but I share a birthday with him.
Close enough.
Now here's a fun thing. What country was Mario Andretti born in?
Nazareth, Pennsylvania.
Nope.
Oh, was he born in Italy?
So here's the thing. When he was born there, it was Italy. It is now Croatia.
Uh-huh.
So, if you really wanted to, you could try to argue that Mario Andretti is in fact Croatian.
That's kind of retroactive.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it quite works that way, but... No, I saw somebody...
So your phone can't open pictures?
It's not that it can't open them, it's that it can't receive them. It can't download them.
What?
I don't have data on that phone.
Oh my god. At least get like something.
I mean, the phone itself is capable of data, the plan it's on is not.
Uh-huh.
Although should just occur to me, I don't know what it would do if I tried to open it while I'm at home and it's connected to Wi-Fi. That might actually not be a problem.
Well, try and open it.
Well, I'd have to then find my phone, but... Oh, I'd also totally forgotten that Saturday morning we get an F1 race.
Oh, do we?
Yeah, it's spring qualifying this weekend, too. That's an interesting place to pull over a car. I mean, I was really hoping that, like, with traffic, I'd, you know, close this gap a little bit, but I have not.
Fine, just don't answer your phone.
I thought I heard my phone making a noise.
Hey, how the fuck do I get to the fucking point of entry? Port of entry. Port of Pac-Man. I gotta go left here.
Oddly, I could not really hear it ringing, which is weird. Like, my phone, like, I have the ringer on max volume, but sometimes it just doesn't make noise. It's a real piece of shit.
Okay, so I'm getting called at this way station, and it is literally the most out-of-the-way way station I've ever been on.
Oh boy, I can't wait to have to stop at it too.
I'm exiting the freeway, if that gives you any indication. Okay, now how do I get... God. Bullshit's added like an hour to my trip.
I just saw a 4-mile sign for it, right?
Vehicle's not perfect technical state. Yeah, fuck you, buddy. I don't give a shit. Where in the hell am I going now? Guess I'm just gonna go this way. In the hood. Spears is asking if anybody's playing Rainbow Museum tonight, so I'm sure those knuckleheads are gonna be on here in a little bit.
You should respond to them, no, motherfucker, we're driving in Wyoming, bitch.
Bitch doesn't have Colorado yet. He hasn't even gotten his wheel out since he moved.
What a loser.
I know, man. You should totally sim race more, because that's totally not something losers do.
Are you saying that Dale Earnhardt Jr. is a loser?
I mean, how many cup races did he win? That's a lot of
More than we
losses.
did? No, I really do miss that one year where Doogie Johnson got penalized after the 500 and was negative points, so that technically we all had more cup points than he did.
We're on the entry lists.
Yeah, but we all had 0 cup points, and he had like negative 15. Well, how far ahead of me did you fucking get?
Oh, you should have caught up somewhat by now, because you're getting
Well, I
around at the way
just
station.
passed the point for the way station, and guess what?
You gotta bypass it.
Nope, I have to stop.
Well, get off the highway, go left, get in the thing, and then turn right and come back.
Oh yeah, I see what it's gonna be. Yeah, that's the whole thing. That might be the most annoying way station in the history of way stations.
That's what I'm saying.
And no engine brake either? Oh, and it's now telling me not to get back on the highway?
Now I'm getting back on the highway. Thanks, Rollsy. I got $1,500. We had lecture all day today in class. We talked about Edelbrock carburetors, Rapid City, Iowa, intakes and distributors.
How much do you expect to ever use any of that?
I mean, most stock cars, race cars, I mean, they all use carburetors and distributors and stuff. Like street stocks, modifieds. No, but an Xfinity and trucks still do.
That's technology that feels like it's being rapidly phased out, though.
Yeah, but it's still pretty big on the performance world from an entry-level standpoint. I think... No, I don't know.
It just, frankly, to me, feels like that's more useful as a...
Like late models, so use them.
I was thinking that feels like information you use more as an A&P mechanic than you would actually use for some of these bigger race teams.
No, I mean, if I got into a truck team, although they don't even build their motors anymore.
I was gonna say, they just get a crate motor.
Which, again, is more of my negativity on NASCAR. Although I don't know, but Indy cars don't build their own motors, I don't think.
No, they don't. Those are sealed motors, too.
Yeah.
I don't know what the institutes necessarily are doing.
They probably just get a motor shipped from the manufacturer.
I think it depends, on what class you're running and what manufacturer you're with.
Now, are IMSA sports cars those cars I can buy?
Are they what?
Like a BMW M4 GT3, can I go buy one?
Yes, it is a customer car. You can buy that car.
Okay. That's what my uncle was asking me, and that's what I told him. I wasn't exactly sure, but that's what I thought.
Yeah, to be a GT3, it has to be a customer car.
Yeah,
now,
he watched Ford versus Ferrari, and he was all into that movie for a little while, so he was like, oh yeah, it's like that. I'm like, yeah.
Kind of.
So what you're telling me is that IMSA is more stock car than NASCAR.
Well, yeah.
Oh god, the Silent Hill fog is back.
Given that their GT cars do actually have to be based on street cars on some level, and then most of those cars, especially in the GTD ranks, are customer cars that you buy from the manufacturer or from the racing outfit.
No, that doesn't mean they're not stupid expensive and they only build 1,000 of them.
Correct. They are very expensive and very limited run. But
right, like I can buy a Ford GT that race, but it's like $1 million or something.
I would almost speculate that some of those manufacturers, their GT3 cars are probably bespoke. If not
where in the hell am I going?
I don't know where you're going. I thought you were getting back on the highway, because you did not.
I did, and then I got off.
Well, I jumped right onto the highway, and I see you on a side road over there.
And why didn't I just get off what? Why did I not just get off the highway and go left here? Oh, I guess there wasn't an egg. Okay, Tim, when you get off the highway up there, just, I don't know, try and turn around if you can or something, I don't know.
Oh, well, it looks like my GPS is going to have you loop around to get to the road.
Well, that's what I just did.
Weird.
Game's on crack.
Yeah, well, looking at the map, I'm not sure there's really another way to go here, so... It's one of those where you have to take this exit to get to the road that's one road over. It's like, we don't get fooled again. Also, I haven't gotten the fog. If anything, I think the rain might be letting up. Now, I will say, I think as you get, like, GT4, some of those GT4 cars are, built in a decent quantity, and you can just go buy one. I mean, I think some of those GT4 cars are actually street legal, depending on where you are. Like, the only issue you might run into is noise ordinances and exhaust stuff. I'm trying to think in IMSA. I think like the GTLM cars, some of those you can't buy. The
Can I buy an LMP2 car?
Yeah, the LMP2 car you buy from the manufacturer. You would buy that from Dallara or BGA or whoever you're buying the chassis from when you buy it.
How much does that cost?
I don't know. I can't imagine.
How much does a DPI cost?
So a DPI is an LMP2 with less rules.
Oh.
That's basically what it is right now. It's an LMP2 chassis with opened up aero rules and opened up engine rules. Because LMP2 is got like, what is it, 4 chassis manufacturers, I think 2 engine manufacturers. I think those are sealed engines. I'm trying to think. You've got Orica, Ligier, Dallara. Maybe it's only 3 manufacturers, and then you can get like a Gibson, and I forget what the other engine is. It may just be the Gibsons. There may not be another engine yet. Well, I'm real curious if I've made any time on you at all.
I'm at the depot dropping my trailer off right now.
Oh, I think I can see you again. It's a nice little road up here. A lot of this part of, like, a lot of this state does just remind me of Red Dead, though.
Yes.
I can't imagine why. Looks like there's a little viewpoint road up here off to the left. Why does that sign say, "Welcome to Wyoming"? I've been in Wyoming the whole time. Oh. That's what's over there? That's cool. Alright, I'm pulling up now. That would have been suicide to try to turn across that.
New player.
Hey, dog, you get Wyoming?
Fuck no, I'm not playing that game.
Fuck you. But what's so important?
Literally anything else.
Wow.
Yeah. Fuck, I missed Taco Bell again, dude.
Oh, you gotta be on top of this shit, man.
Dude, I just got fucking done racing.
Oh yeah, dog, how'd that go?
It went good until the last lap. Dude, I swear to God, they released the dust update today. Spoke model?
Really?
Whatever. Yeah, the one where they said it lingers more and it's thicker. Because I couldn't see a fucking thing at Lernerville tonight. I mean, it was badass. I could barely see the top.
Now imagine how bad it's going to be after the update.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. But I gotta say, and I'm about to complain. About to complain again. iRacing track states blow ass. I'm tired of running every dirt race quarter throttle. That being said, eat some Taco Bell.
So Zach, you want to try to get one more job, or you want to call tonight?
I'll see what we got, and then I'll decide.
Alright, yeah, because I'm not actually seeing much from where we are. We might actually have to go into Gillette to get a job to go anywhere.
I would also like your extended thoughts on the crispy chicken sandwich taco.
Very small, not too bad. It was $1.49. I wouldn't pay more than that. It's pretty much just a chicken tender wrapped up in a flatbread with
$2.99 on
Chipotle
here.
sauce. It's what?
$2.99.
$2.99? What the no. Just no. Be better off getting dog.
They do look damn good though.
No dog. Listen, better idea.
Get chicken littles from KFC.
That, or I would say like go to Lee's, get like a 3-piece chicken
Hey,
tender.
Zach, I don't have Lee's.
Okay, wherever you get chicken dogs, order chicken tenders and just fucking put them in a flatbread. It's the same fucking thing.
Fuck.
All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I have a crawler tractor from one end of Gillette to the other.
Yeah, I got that too.
All right, I'm taking that one.
I've actually got 2 of that for some reason, and I don't know why. Yeah,
I'm taking that one and then I'm calling it.
Alright, that way, when we play next, we're at least not up here and so far out of town that there aren't any jobs.
Fans get up and they get out of town. The arena is empty except for one crawler tractor.
Still crawling and tracting. I have a hunch that we probably wanted to turn our trucks around before we got here, huh?
I'll fit.
Member joined.
Oh, that is
Tony
very
or Spears?
crazy timing.
Tim, I have some devastating news.
Didn't buy Wyoming.
Yes.
I've been moved to an A319.
No!
I almost said
What?
313.
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
He's not gonna get to experience Sky West's terrible CRJs.
Oh, your flight to Kansas City, November or whatever.
Flight from Denver to Sacramento has been moved to an Airbus. It will be the first time I've been on an A319 though. Also, I think
didn't
it'll
really
be
get that
the
around the corner.
They don't give you much corner.
be the first time I've flown on a 37900 too. I've only ever flown on the 700, 800, and 400.
This is like one of the longest in-town deliveries I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's like 100 miles and in town.
This is the Wyoming I want to see.
It's beautiful, isn't it? And if Spears wants to see it, he can either buy it or just go to my YouTube site.
There's that.
I haven't bought Colorado.
Oh my
We were just
god.
talking about that. You scrub.
Okay, the order has been placed.
McDonald's?
Okay, so I got 2 chicken sandwiches. I got a chicken quesadilla, a quesarito, and a chicken chipotle.
You ordered 2 of the chicken sandwich things?
Yeah.
For $3 each?
No, I got 2 for $5.
That's not better.
Yeah, it's 30 cents or 50 cents less.
2 for $5 is a pretty good deal.
No, they're $1.50 on the app.
Oh, Zach, I'm not fucking driving, dude. I'm white. Sit up my ass.
Jesus Christ. I knew that Jimmy would be here for less than 5 minutes before things got racist.
I'm racist.
Hopefully Ministry of Silly Walks will show up.
Ministry.
Minestrone.
You mean Tony?
JB, that is for you. So I watched this 30-minute video on the ice cream machines always being broken at McDonald's, like an investigative reporter thing. And it was actually really good.
Oh, that shit.
You guys saw that the FTC is investigating that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also read the Reddit reaction to that. And it's pretty simple. Their machines are trash.
And
They're purposely trash.
yeah, and you're like not allowed to work on them unless you're certified or some shit. It's like
No. Yeah. Only Taylor certified technicians can work on
yeah,
it.
it's like the shit John Deere keeps trying to do with the tractors, right?
Yeah, right to repair is a big issue. And if
And who would have thought McDonald's ice cream would have played into it?
I'm not even sure that can be considered a repair.
and if we're not careful, cars will be next. That's why we need
Yes.
to get rid of this now.
Yes. A hot topic at times in class.
That's why you buy an early 2000s GM vehicle
Well, yeah, you'll
at
definitely
all times.
you'll definitely be able to work on it because you'll have to, otherwise it won't run.
God, what is buy a Pontiac Aztec?
Yes.
Fuck that.
They're badass.
Get the one with the tent.
And
Yeah, the camping package.
oh shit, that is badass.
Yeah, dog.
I love how that rock panel on the Aztec is basically the rock panel.
Yes.
Now, just think, like, those of us that remember when the Aztec came out, went, well, this is ugly, but, you know, no one will buy it, and we want to see more of these. Yeah, that was one of the first in the long line of terrible crossovers.
Well, it's because everybody loved the fucking, not everybody, but people bought that dumbass Explorer Sport Track Edition thing. When that started selling, everyone's like, wait a minute.
I unfortunately think one of the genesis of it was actually how well Toyota and Honda did selling the RAV4 and the CR-V. Then GM and Ford and then went, oh, well, we can make a light SUV thing, but of course theirs was still, you know, fucking huge. And then they went, well, look at all the money we can make on this. If we just don't sell any wagons or hatchbacks, we can force people to spend this money. It's fucking gross. And not a single one of those things is fucking capable as fucking anything. They're not good as cars, and they're not good as SUVs. They're just fucking terrible. What is this truck waiting on? I can't see around him.
Alex, where the fuck are you going, buddy? The restaurant's over here.
Zach, are you pushing me now?
No.
Why
You
is
backed into me.
Why is my truck rocking?
You're backing into me, dude.
Uh-huh.
Tom Brady says no QB is winning back-to-back Super Bowls while I'm playing.
What? Oh, I misheard you, but I think I figured out what you said.
This is true. He has Slade too.
Was John Elway the last quarterback to lead a team to 2 straight Super Bowls that wasn't Tom Brady?
I kind of would like to see the Bucks win again.
Why?
Well, one is the Buccaneers.
Who cares?
That's who I'm-
They've like overnighted themselves into the Lakers of the NFL.
Zach, did that truck just drive through a barricade and disappear?
I didn't
I
see
agree.
him.
The Bucks have been good for a while.
And the Buccaneers.
Well, I
have
can look over my shoulder, so I have the stream up on the Switch. Yeah, he did.
There's one factor of the Bucks that was shit. There's Jameis Winston and his nearsightedness, farsightedness,
There's
whichever
the
one
right
it
gear.
is.
I was gonna say, Tim, what are you doing back there?
I put it in the wrong gear. I went to 4th when I actually wanted 6th.
Milk.
That's what's for
Deliciously
dinner.
natural. I just hope Annie and her muffin are okay.
It's hard to believe that John Elway started 5 Super Bowls.
When did
Yeah,
John Elway retire?
98.
98, yeah.
Yeah, John Elway started a bunch of
Good
Super
Lord.
Bowls and
He
lost
threw-
the first 3
He threw
horrendously.
3 touchdowns and 8 Super Bowls and 8 interceptions.
Spirits, have you been watching the
Might be Mahomes.
series about the Falcons?
No.
Oh, there's a whole 7-part video series on the history of the Falcons. Are you fucking kidding me? Where's this way station?
I think it's the one. I have no idea where it's at. I'm just gonna keep going. I didn't get buzzed for it.
How well is the game representing the topography or whatever it's called?
Feels pretty good.
It's why that billboard's flickering.
Yeah, I'm seeing that too. That happens a little bit at night since I put the new
Got it.
lighting engine.
Yeah, so there's the way station. I think it's the one I was just at.
Well,
We were just at.
it's sort of on the route already, so
And it wants you to pull into it even though we're like 5 miles from home.
yeah, it's weird that it's making me use this way station at all.
What
You have fun with that.
what cities are in the game?
Cheyenne, Jackson, Gillette,
Laramie,
Rollins,
River something, Riverton,
Rock something.
Rock Springs.
Yeah,
Rock
Riverton.
Lobster,
Uh,
Jackson,
something with an S.
Casper. What was else? Sheridan? Did you already say that?
Yeah, I didn't say that.
Did you know that Laramie? and
Laramie Tunsil.
Laramie Tonsils.
Laramie Pringle.
Wyoming football team, Wyoming Cowboys. Their stadium sits at an elevation of like 7,000 something.
Wow.
It's actually pretty good. Yeah, I think it's 7,200.
Let's see if I can just do this.
Ooh, $1.99 chicken wrap at the Taco Kingdom.
Hey, would you look at that?
Basically-
What is this GPS telling me to do?
I don't know, Tim.
It's telling me to turn out of here, go right, get back on the highway, loop all the way around, I believe. Now it's telling me to
go
cut
left.
through a field and turn onto that off-ramp we were just on.
For the next gen, you have the option of running the front number or the door
I
number.
think that's the required number.
Well,
Yeah.
William Byron has his in the center.
But
That's
yeah,
just a
they're
test
also
car.
yeah, they're not racing that color, so
Oh, Gateway apparently is getting a cup race next year. Well, Pocono is losing a race.
I will say it's coming from the same place that's running the room. Some of the same places that are running the rumor that they're going to fucking run the Clash in the LA Coliseum. Which
Listen,
I
if
still
Adam
think is
Stern
doubtful.
tweets it, it's true.
To be honest, Pocono losing a date couldn't have come sooner.
Well, I wouldn't mind them keeping the doubleheader, but yeah, if it was a matter of
Yeah,
either
losing a
separating them or
weekend,
losing if it was a matter of separating them or losing a race, then yeah, I'd rather lose a race than run Pocono 2 separate weekends.
Yeah, well, and also the weekends were what, like beginning of June and second week of August?
Well, why even run the doubleheader if you're going to introduce a new racetrack, though? Like, it's kind of the logic behind it. Like, if you could choose to race at Gateway or Pocono, why the fuck would you run 2 Poconos? Doesn't just make no sense.
Is anybody else hearing a horrendous amount of static?
Yeah.
Okay, as long as it's not just me. Zach, are you stuck at the front of this queue?
I was. But now I'm found.
Amazing grace.
No, now I'm stuck on a light pole.
Oops. Is that why this line's sort of moving?
Oh, I guess I need to take this a little wider than I anticipated. Okay, I guess I need to take it even wider.
2 more days until opening day.
They've been playing baseball for months, JB.
This is the real opening day.
Okay, I can't take this any wider.
Yo, Oda has been picked up.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Dude.
Well, if you think about it in terms of, like, the logic of building the schedule, if Pocono loses a date to introduce a new racetrack, it makes sense.
I mean, yeah, it is what it is.
Well, and like I said,
Pocono's fucking boring. I mean, it's like back-to-back is even boring. There's nothing exciting about it. I thought it would be more exciting, but there's like reliability doesn't matter. I mean, there's nothing.
Let's
like,
make it a 500-mile race.
600.
Have one big Pocono.
Oh God.
No, yeah, I mean Pocono wouldn't be at the top of my list of cup tracks. It's one of those tracks that's been made worse by the package we run now.
Right. If we had a better package, it'd be more entertaining.
Everything would be more entertaining.
Where is North Turner coaching?
I don't know, the Chargers.
Dude, I think he's retired.
Oh, good luck getting around this corner.
I thought he was with the Vikings.
I didn't have any
last,
trouble
but-
with the previous one, so let's see what happens.
No, the
here.
one entering the fucking depot.
What the hell is Tyler Thigpen doing these days?
Dude, he is. I think he still holds true as the only Chiefs quarterback to ever catch a touchdown pass.
Right now he's 19 for 38, 235 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Some fucking respect on his name. You see, someone's making a 2021 mod or 2022 mod, whatever they want to call it, for NFL head coach on the PC version.
Oh,
I
Jesus.
I
you
was
serious?
expecting NR 2003. That's
Yeah,
what I thought
I'll
that
give
was.
you a
badass.
link. give you a link.
Yeah, send me that shit.
Do you have an account on Football Idiot?
Yes, I do.
Alright, let me know when you got your trailer parked, Zach. I don't want to quit you out before you're done.
I was gonna download the game this weekend, but I can't find a fucking thing for it anywhere.
I have the
Alright,
disc.
I got
I'll
it.
upload it for you.
Oh hell yeah! Put that shit
22
on.
mod.
That shit on Google Drive. I found
That's the
some
sound
guys.
of me slurping your stack.
Yes, I found this